Bombers really need to work on if they want that same success that they had last year?
You know, Rocco, a lot of it was rust from Ithaca. Obviously, this is a team that has not played in a few months. Not since March have they come in and played a game here at Ben Light, and they definitely looked rusted. They fit that Rust Belt atmosphere. Some problems early with shooting. They could not make a lot of their threes, and they were making a lot of odd passes and a lot of odd shots, it looked like. They were making, three-pointers where they probably could have taken it underneath. They weren't hitting their shots. They weren't being as smart with driving it into the paint. They were taking a lot of contested plays. Their defense didn't look as solid as it could have been. So for the Bombers, it is about cleaning that up. I expect that to get better as the season goes on. You play your first game, you expect it to look a little rough, but they got to play a lot better, and they have to clean up a lot of their mistakes, especially if they want to go for that 4-peat in the Liberty League.
Absolutely, and as we take a look, as we continue to take a look ahead, we have the Ithaca women's basketball team taking on Montclair State University. That's 3 hours away from here, 3.5 hours, I should say, in Montclair, New Jersey. That is this Friday, November 11th at 5 p.m. And then they come back to upstate New York to take on SUNY Geneseo on November 15th. That's a Tuesday. And then they won't be back home until Friday, December 2nd for their first Liberty League match of the season, and that'll be against Vassar. But that's going to be all the time that we have here for Ithaca women's soccer here on WICB. Tune in and stay tuned for Ithaca men's soccer, as our other friends here will have the call, and that will be it. That will be all from us here. For Tobias Zabore, I'm Rocco Milo saying so long and stay tuned. Ithaca men's basketball is coming up.
Yeah.
From Louie.
Everyone be filled with jealousy when they see you out with me.
To Basie. To Shorty.
Feeling fantastic. How are you guys doing up there?
Decades of jazz all in one show. Listen to Jazz Impressions weekdays 12 to 2 on 92 WICB.
Okay, sports promo, and then it'll go straight to you.
With the woots.
Sorry.
And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with?
All right, 15 seconds left on this promo.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your Buzz.
You're going straight in off the intro?
Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
All right, 15 seconds.
Is a special presentation of 92 WICB Ithaca and the Bombers Radio Network. In conjunction with the Ithaca College Athletics Department, this is Bombers Sports on the Station for Innovation, 91.7 FM.
Energy is on full display from Ben Light Gymnasium, and the 2022-2023 season is 13 minutes from tipping off here on the South Hill. The Ithaca Bombers and the SUNY Cortland Red Dragons. Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the pregame show. Cam Manna alongside Parker Hollandoner, and Parker, we're back with some hoops here. The men taking on Cortland here, and a lot of returners on this men's side. A big game coming up.
Cam, it is good to be here. The energy absolutely electric after a big comeback from the women's team against another Cortland Red Dragons squad that just wrapped up. They were down 13 points at one point during that game, came back, brought the energy in this house to an absolute boil, and now the men are hoping to ride that team. Like you said, a lot of returners on this squad. Unfortunately, the graduate student Skylar Sinon will not be suiting up today, but there is Luka Radovich and George Zakoriak III out of those strong veterans to try to bring this season opener to a head again.
You speak of Radovich, you speak of Spellman and Stern, all seniors on this team that have been crucial parts. You go back to 2019, this team going to the Liberty League Championship game and being crowned there. Obviously, last season, the struggle, losing in that first round matchup against Vassar, but the experience is there for them, and Luka Radovich, a lot on his shoulders today without Skylar Sinon.
Yes, absolutely. Now, they were an absolute dominant scoring duo, but you got to talk about the last time, 356 days ago, when the Ithaca team and these Cortland Red Dragons squared off, it wasn't Luka and it wasn't Skylar taking the lead. It was Zach Warich, who dropped 16 points and 10 rebounds on this team when they took a 63-72 dub. I believe it was in Cortland when this happened. So now they get them back at home, hoping to play the same extremely powerful offensive basketball under the second year of coach Waleed Fareed with some new new assistant in tow in Matthew Smith.
Waleed Fareed, a great coach, and the big thing that he says about this squad is they're going to play hard, they're going to play fast, and they play very good defense. And you look at their three-point attack. They shot 34% from downtown last season, and one of those guys, the sophomore Logan Wendell, 8 points per game. But the big thing for him, he had a 30-point-per-game performance in the middle of that season and finished off averaging 14 points per game as that season went on. He's a player to watch out for, a young point guard that could replace Skylar Synan, who, as you mentioned, is on the lineup today.
Yeah, since he's out today, we are going to be looking for a lot of players for the Bombers to be stepping up, rising above their station, and seeing if maybe they can claim a roster spot once these guys move on next year, and maybe just towards the end of the season. Looking over to this Cortland side, though, you obviously have Austin Grunder, Kareem Lubin, AJ Lawton, and you have the second-year student, Danny Linehan, my apologies, who was the 4th point scoring leader in his first year as a Cortland Red Dragon. Taking a second year, he's hoping to step up that role. This Cortland team is not as deep as this Ithaca Bombers team, but they are looking to use the depth of their roster to hopefully get more of an offensive attack going than they were willing to last season. Hopefully being less of a one-note offense and a little more rounded, hoping to get a good start against this Bombers team that is offensively minded first.
Lawton, 18.3 points per game last year. He's the point guard for this team. And speaking of Cortland, you look at their last season performance, 14-12, 10-8 in the SUNYAC. They lost in the first round of those playoffs against New Paltz, so not as much of a successful season as the Bombers, who went 17-9. But this Cortland Dragons team, and you compare it to the Bombers, both teams very good on offense. It's really the team that's going to stop them on the defensive side that may win this game today.
Absolutely correct. And like you said, both teams with first-round playoff exits that were disappointing for them after years of success and tenure. So both of these teams have something to prove coming hot out of the gates, especially considering Cortland has lost on the offensive side their number 2 scorer, Eric Edwards, who was also one of their more prominent defenders. They are going to try to fill those holes however they can. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it, but we're hopefully going to see it in this first half. Whereas on the Ithaca side of it, they were already averaging 41 rebounds a game and were passing the ball quite effectively. So I think if it's more of the same for them, that's a good thing. But they hope to find a new stride and hopefully find another gear that they didn't have down the stretch last year.
Switching over to the Bombers, and what do you want to see from them today? They don't start Liberty League play until December 2nd against Vassar. A lot of out-of-conference games here to open up their season, get the rust off a little bit, and they start here against Cortland. What do you want to see from Ithaca tonight?
Out of conference, you really need to test out your bag. You need to figure out exactly what you have, because once you get to Liberty League play, the Liberty League famously does not have very deep benches. Ithaca in almost every sport, especially basketball, has deeper benches than almost all their rivals. So when you go up against a team like Cortland that has a better bench, that has players that can score effectively, that can defend effectively, coming off the seats and with more rest, this is when you need to test the depth of your roster, figure out your chemistry, figure out who can be your big key contributors, and figure that out early, figure it out fast, and get it all humming by the time it gets to conference play.
Last year, the Bombers were 3rd in the Liberty League as that season went on. They did not have home court advantage in the Liberty League playoffs, and I think a big part of that is the experience is there, but we got to see a little bit more, in my eyes, from Skylar Synan. Struggled a little bit last year compared from what we've seen in the past. Obviously, a 1,000-point score for the Bombers, but they're expecting him and Radovich in their second year together to get that chemistry and see what they can do and go deep into a playoff run.
Absolutely. They're trying to figure it all out, and it's going to be rough if Synan starts the year banged up. Hopefully this is just a temporary thing, and he's going to be able to come back soon. But you still have Sikoriak III and some first years, Lawrence Brady, Christian Duford, Gaffin Schauder, and Cole Wisiak, who Coach Waleed Fareed has said he's excited about all of them. Apparently they've all been making impacts already in practice, and he expects them to see them mixed into the chemistry pretty early on. Hopefully we get to see some production on all facets of this Bombers team.
And then for Cortland, they start the SUNYAC season a little bit earlier. November 29th, they'll take on Geneseo in a matchup there, and they'll start their conference play. When you look at Cortland, a team that went 14-12 last season, they struggled in conference. What do they have to do? They begin their season 22 miles here on the South Hill on the road.
They need to improve their defense, but they need to do it keeping their biggest weakness in mind, and that is this team fouls a lot. That first year that I mentioned earlier, Denny Linehan, although he was an extremely proficient scorer and a solid defender, he fouled a lot. He nearly fouled out in multiple games, as did a couple of their other players. They did lose their biggest fouling issue in Eric Edwards, but they need to make sure that they're not fouling as much while trying to get that defensive engine humming that you mentioned earlier.
Who are the Red Dragons going to rely on today? Obviously a lot of weapons on the Bombers side, and we talk about the Bombers offense. 80 points per game last year. They struggled on the defensive end, 74 points per game, but this Cortland Red Dragons offense, I feel that if the offense can get going, this Bombers defense struggled. Who on the Red Dragons side is going to be important for them?
Now, AJ Lawton, you got to give some credit to, because he is their 3-point three-point threat, but it's Austin Grunder, the senior. He's a 36% three-point shooter and a 52% shooter from the floor, averaged 22.5 points per game last season, an absolutely stunning offensive threat, arguably as good as anyone that Ithaca can put on the field at a given time. If he can get humming and he can start facilitating this offense well, Ithaca needs to watch out, but if they can find a way to shut him down, this game is theirs to lose.
Parker, back to the Bombers. What are their keys in this one to take down Cortland, open up this season at home, and a little mini Cortica Jug as we get to the Cortica Jug game on Saturday?
It's absolutely excellent to be here for Cortica Week, but as you said, the key for Ithaca, I believe, is going to be figuring things out. This is their experimental game with Sideline off the floor tonight. They're going to have to test more things out like I talked about earlier. They're going to need to figure out who works together, who Luca can facilitate well to. Maybe it means getting Sikoriak more of a bigger role. Maybe it means finding one of these first years or the sophomore players like you mentioned that could have a more contributions to give. Or maybe it's just putting this group of graduates and seniors on the floor and letting them cook with the chemistry they established during a very strong end to the season last year.
And out of the other side, Cortland, what are their keys in this one? Trying to go on the road and beat the Bombers.
You need to slow Ithaca's offense down. Cortland has always been a team that plays other teams close. While they average about 76 points a game last season, they were allowing opponents to average around 70. They do not blow opponents out. That's the most dangerous thing for this Ithaca team. If they can keep it close, like we just saw with the women's team, Ithaca teams don't have quit in them. We've seen it in every sport they have. So if the Bombers can keep it close, they're going to win. The Cortland needs to find a way to shut Ithaca down offensively and get a bit of a solid lead so that they don't allow Ithaca to sneak up on them and take it over at the end.
And Parker, lastly, predictions for this game. Cortland and Ithaca, obviously a rivalry here, even though they're out of conference, but we can see it in warm-ups. The atmosphere is here, the energy is here. Both teams back on the hardwood. What are your predictions?
Both teams are absolutely full of question marks, but I'll go with the team that has fewer. Right now, Ithaca knows what they are. They know that they run everything through Luka Radovich. They know that they have these extra players that they want to figure out, but at the end of the day, they know what they are, whereas Cortland has a lot more that they need to figure out once you get beyond Grunder and a couple other key players. So I'm going to go for the win, and I think this could be relatively high scoring. I see this being an 82-80 game, something close.
The 2022-2023 season is about 5 minutes away from tipping off here from Ben Lake Gymnasium. For the pregame show, Cam Manna alongside Parker Hollandoner. Tip-off coming up here on WICB and the Bomber Radio Network.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time.
Y'all on up there?
Vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO.
I got you. How's it going?
For 20 years, music legend Bernie Milton hosted Ithaca's longest running.
Are you guys ready after this promo?
My name is Ricky Milton. The tradition continues.
Yep, this is
10 a.m. to noon, right here on WICB. From icons like Otis Redding, James Brown, Wilson Pickett, Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin.
One more.
And the greatest groups of all time. The best from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. The definition of soul. Looking back. Fridays, right here
Flu shot
on
helps
92
us stay healthy, so we
WICB.
don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live with.
All right, 20 seconds.
Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S.
Both ready, 10 seconds.
Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter.
5, 4, 3.
Shot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 92 WICB, home of Bombers basketball. If you're just joining us, the Ben Light Gymnasium is the place to be for some Ithaca College basketball. Hello, everybody. Once again, good evening. Jack Casello joined by Lucas Jaffet and Max Tanger will join us on the sidelines. We got an exciting one tonight. The Cortica Jug is this Saturday, but there's basketball to be played between these two schools tonight as the Cortland Red Dragons take on the Ithaca College Bombers. Now, Lucas, we're going to start with Ithaca right now. Last year, nearly a magical season, finishing 17-9, but falling short in the semifinals by 2 points to Vassar College. For this team to get back and have a shot at the Liberty League Championship, it starts and ends with Luka Radovich.
Yeah, Jack, you said it best. Starts and ends with Luka. Centerpiece of this Ithaca offense, 16 points a game last season. Wally Freed has mentioned him many times as the guy they want to go to offensively. You're going to see him getting a lot of the ball tonight, and that should go continue throughout the course of the season.
Bombers bringing back a lot of returning players, but there's one notable absence tonight. For more on that, we're going to send it down to Max Tanzer.
Thanks, guys. From the get-go, one of the new storylines here after the teams came out to warm-ups was that Skylar Sinan, one of the longest tenured Bombers, a graduate student, not suited up tonight, currently wearing a long t-shirt and jeans as we speak. I talked to new assistant coach Matthew Smith. He's going to give me too much details, but said they expect him to be back soon, iterating the fact that he's ready to get back on the court, and you can see that he's right out there in the middle of everything, smile on his face, high-fiving his teammates. There was no timetable provided, but you got to imagine they are hoping to get him back by the Liberty League opener on December 2nd. Guys?
Thank you for that, Max. We'll check back in with you in a little bit later. Now, Lucas, let's move over to Cortland side. A nice season last year, out of 14-12 record. Not many players coming back. 7 first-year students, but they do have the leading scorer back in Austin Grunder.
Yeah, Austin Grunder, like you said, Jack, centerpiece of that Cortland offense, averaged 11 points last year, starting all 26 games he played in. So you're going to see Ithaca design a lot of defense and coverages to stop Grunder, and look for Coach Fareed to preach to the guys early on. If we can stop Grunder, the rest of the offense should fall in line with that.
And as I just mentioned, 7 first-year students for Cortland. A big advantage tonight for the Bombers. A lot of experience, returning 13 out of 15 players from last season.
Yeah, Jack, and I think that's going to play right into Ithaca's hands, actually. These guys have been battle-tested. They know what it's like to play in big games. And there's no game bigger, arguably, opening the season against rival SUNY Cortland. So we'll see if that experience can lead to a Bomber win tonight.
Now tonight, for Lucas, who do you think is going to have to step up for this Bombers team this season? Although a lot of players are back, they did lose 2 valuable players in Alex Barron and Tommy Carver.
Yeah, Jack, Logan Wendell is a guy I'm looking at to have a big role this year. One of his first games last year, he had 33 points. Started the season off strong. I look for him to be a guy that's going to take a lot of shots on the perimeter, handle the ball, especially tonight with Skylar Sinan out. I'm looking for Logan Wendell to get a large share of that offense, Jack.
Yeah, I totally see your point there. What does Cortland have to do to stop Ithaca?
Yeah, what Cortland needs to do, they need to limit Ithaca's transition opportunities. Ithaca's a team that wants to get out on the break. Wally Free keeps talking about if we can win on the break, we can win the boards, win the points. So if Cortland can stop them in transition, that can lead to good opportunities for them.
Certainly should. And we're going to have an exciting matchup tonight. We'll be back with the tip-off and starting lineups from 92 WICB.
This is Mike G to bring you Reggae Explosions, taking you through a journey of international roots reggae music from Jamaica to the UK, South Africa, Hawaii, the West Coast, and right here in Ithaca. This is Tyrus Riley.
This is Janine representing for Reggae Explosions.
Okay, send it right back to you guys.
Thursday morning, right here on 92 WICB Ithaca. Here comes trouble.
I needed help finding daycare.
Are you not going?
I needed help giving back to the community, and I got help.
I needed help finding health insurance, and I got help.
Need help finding help or giving help? Call 211 for information referral to hundreds of available services in Tompkins County. 211 is fast, easy, free, and
5.
When you need help finding help or giving help, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 211.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WICB, the home of Bombers basketball. We're getting set for opening tip-off between the Cortland Red Dragons and Ithaca College Bombers. Starting lineups are being announced. We got an exciting one. Lucas, what do you think the keys are for both teams tonight?
Yeah, Jack, for Ithaca, I think it starts on the defensive end and rebounding the basketball, okay? I want to see Ithaca attack the defensive glass, take those second chances away from Cortland, really get out on the break, too. And for Cortland, kind of goes the same way, you know? Cortland, not the best rebounding team, but if they can focus on that, box out the Bombers tonight, should be a good one.
No doubt. Starting lineups are being announced for Ithaca. It looks like it's going to be Logan Wendell, George Sikoriak, Liam Spellman, Zach Warren, and Luka Radovich. This is an interesting lineup, as we said before, from Max Tanza. Skylar Sinan is out tonight, so that is a storyline to watch and how they are going to do in his absence.
And Jack, something I want to note here. I want to see if Coach Fareed turns to any of the 4 freshmen in the absence of Sinan as well.
That will be an interesting storyline to watch, no doubt. Ithaca in the middle of the free throw, in the middle of the paint, getting hyped as they're about set for opening tip-off. For Cortland starters, we have Austin Grunder, we have Humberto Cabrera, Kareem Lubin, and KJ Lawton, and Cam Williams. Thank you, Lucas.
Yes.
Should be an exciting contest. Both teams will look to get off to a good start early. Ithaca making their final huddle and going over the game plan before we set for opening tip.
Ithaca had trouble stopping Austin Grunder in their matchup last year. Let's see how they start the game on him tonight.
Ithaca breaks the huddle, and basketball is about to be underway.
And Jack, what a good feeling it is to have basketball back here in South Hill. After that loss to Vassar in the second round last year, these guys have a chip on their shoulder. They want to prove something. Let's see how they come out and get it tonight.
No doubt about it, especially during Cortica weekend. What a better way to get this week started than by both men's and women's basketball playing.
Some basketball fans might argue this is the real Cortico. That's my opinion. I don't know.
Very strong opinion indeed. We're getting set for tip. It'll be Grunder and Radovich going up. The ref looks over at the scorer's table, making sure everybody's ready. He blows the whistle. The ball is in the air, and Cortland wins the tip. Cabrera with the ball, met by Logan Wendell, bringing it up. He gets the ball to Grunder. He's met by Sikoriak. Passes it back to Cabrera, over to Lawton, met by Liam Spellman at the top. Shot clock down to 19. Grunder with the ball now. He's their leading scorer, looks to attack, passes out. Williams to the basket, puts up the shot. In and out, rebound Radovich.
Great defense there from the Bombers to open the game. Sikoriak on the wing.
Sikoriak looking to push, waiting to get into the offense. He swings it over to Warwick on the left side. Warwick comes back to the middle, gets it to Radovich in the high post. Radovich looking to attack. Kicks it back to Warwick in the corner. Shot clock down to 15. Warwick looking for a man. He finds Spellman. Spellman attacks, over to Radovich. Radovich puts up the three-pointer. Shot no good. Rebound Williams.
Good looking shot there from Luka Radovich. He'll be taken down all night, Jack.
Williams met by Wendell on the right side. Williams operating, waiting for the offense. He dribbles it off his foot, but it goes right to A.J. Lawton. Lawton gets it over to Grunder, met by Warwick. Radovich switches on to him. It looks like that's going to be the marquee matchup tonight. Grunder puts up the jumper. Shot short. Rebound Cabrera. Gets it back out to Lawton. He's going to fire a three and knocks it down.
Jack, as we were talking about before, rebounding the basketball going to be key for the Bombers, limit Cortland's second opportunities.
Sikoriak pushing the ball up, gets it to Radovich at the top, swings it over to Spellman, a couple dribbles. Spellman gets it back to Wendell, now to Radovich, over to Wendell. He's going to fire a three-pointer, shot high, rebound Grunder.
I like the shot there from Logan Wendell. He's been told to take that. That's going to be his role this year.
Grunder looking to push. He gets it over to Lubin. Lubin looks to drive on Radovich, puts up the layup, and gets it to go with the friendly roll.
What a sweet move there from Lubin, beating Radovich to the bucket.
8:21 left to go in the first. 5-0 Cortland. Warwick with the ball now. Thought about a shot, but it's going to attack the cup. He drives to the lane and scores. Warwick gets the first points for the Bombers this season.
Zach Warwick with the right hand right to the bucket. You know, Coach loved to see that 5 early.
Cabrera bringing it up. Gets past Wendell. Looks to attack. Tried to kick it in the corner for Williams, but pass deflected. It'll be Cortland ball side out.
Looked like that could have been a charge call there, Jack. Luka Radovich hitting the ground, but no call. Cortland basketball.
No call. Nice start. If you're just joining us, just over 18 minutes left. 5-2 Cortland. We got an exciting one.
Tension is in the air, Jack.
Williams will take it out. He gets it into Lubin. Wendell up top. A little bit of slowing the pace now. Ball's in Cabrera's hands, met by Sikoriak. Lawton with the ball now. Gets it back to Cabrera. Now to Lawton. Shot clock down to 10. Now 8. Lubin puts up the shot, in and out. Rebound tipped to Sikoriak, and Bombers look to push.
Great defense there from Ithaca.
Sikoriak looked to attack quickly, but lost the ball out of bounds. Cortland will go the other way.
Jack, a quick pace to start this game. Both teams getting the ball out to their respective rims, and that should continue.
Bombers look to be in a 2-2-1 press as Lubin with the ball now to Grunder. They're going to break it with the pass, and Lubin will take it up the rest of the way. Nice way to break the press. Cabrera with the ball into Grunder. Grunder puts up the jump shot and knocks it down.
Smooth looking jump in there from Austin Grunder. He's been known to hit that and will continue to do so.
7-2 Cortland as Warwick brings up the ball. Warwick stops. He's going to fire a three-pointer. Yes, sir! Zach Warwick with the first three-pointer. He's got all 5 points for the Bombers.
Warwick from about 30 feet out. Show the range, Warwick.
Grunder now bringing it up, using his body to get separation. Grunder kicks it over to Cabrera. Over to Williams. Back to Cabrera. Working on a little two-man game. Gets it down low to Grunder. Spins. Kicks it back out. Cabrera shot fakes. Drives. Puts up the shot. Gets it to go. Count it. And a foul. Cabrera with a nice move there, and he's going to get another free throw.
Acrobatic move there from Cabrera. And I like what Cortland's doing, Jack. They're trying to take it to the teeth of that Ithaca defense at the rim. Create that contact.
Fouls on Luka Radovich. That's his first. Cabrera now with one shot at the line. 9-5 Cortland. Cabrera with the shot. Off the back rim. Rebound Sikoriak. He looks to push. 16:50 left to go in the first half. Sikoriak looks to drive. Gets past his defender and scores with a nice righty layup.
It looked for a second there that they were going to go with the pick and roll, Jack, with Luka Radovich. But Sikoriak said, I don't need the pick. Take it straight to the basket.
Indeed. Cortland again trying to break that press, and they do to Grunder. Grunder with the ball, back over to Cabrera, inside to Lubin, over to Grunder. He's going to fire a three. Shot no good. Tipped out over to Lawton. And he stepped out of bounds. Nice defense from Ithaca. It'll go the other way.
Once again, Jack, Ithaca needs to focus on getting that defensive rebound, because if they give Cortland second chances, they will pay for it later in the game.
Cortland now going to be in a small press, but Warwick gets it into Sikoriak, no problem. And Sikoriak's going to go right past his defender, down the middle, and he scored. Nope, shot no good. Cabrera with the rebound, looking to push. Doesn't have numbers, but goes in strong anyway and knocks it down. Nice strong move by Cabrera.
Nice floater there from Cabrera. I like the decision, straight to the cup.
Warwick now with the ball. Bombers trail 11-7. Warwick looking to attack down the middle. Kicks it out to Spellman. Shot fakes. Now passes to Sikoriak. Up top to Wendell now. Shot clock down to 17. Wendell drives with a nice move, but he traveled. Wendell not careful there. He lost his pivot foot, and Cortland will go the other way.
Wendell, typically known as a shooter, taking it inside that time.
Cabrera with the ball. Back over to Grunder. Grunder met by Logan Wendell. Back to Cabrera. Doing a good job beating that press. Cabrera now with the ball up top. Gets it in the corner to Williams. Williams looking for a man. Dangerous pass, but gets it to Cabrera. Now inside to Lubin. Lubin goes up. Shot no good, but Grunder right there for the tip and gets it back up and in.
Nice fight under the basket for the rebound, Jack. That's the physicality both teams are going to play with all night long.
Bombers having a little bit of trouble inside as Radovic's going to fire a quick three. Shot short. Rebound Lawton.
Radovic coming off a season in which he shot 31% from beyond the arc, Jack.
Cabrera now with the ball. Gets it inside. Liam Spellman tips it away, but Bombers can't gain control of the ball. In the corner now, Williams shot fakes and maintains it. He's met by Warwick. Shot clock down to 14. Looking for a man. Liam Spellman with the steal and the save to Zach Warwick. Bombers have numbers. The pass is to Sikoriak. They're going to slow it down, though. Logan Wendell takes it up top. Warwick now with the ball. He's going to fire another three-pointer and knocks it down. Zach Warwick on fire early.
Absolutely, Jack. This game off to a vacillating start. Zach Warwick, 32% shooter. Great looking shot right there.
Bombers now down 3, 13-10 with 14:40 to go in the first half. Cabrera, Williams with the ball. Now Cabrera with the ball. Over to Grunder. Now to Williams. He has an open three. He's going to fire and knock it down. Nice shot there by Williams.
It appears Ithaca has kind of gone to a 2-3 zone, Jack. Only problem with that is it will leave Cortland in the corner wide open a lot of the time.
Sikoriak with the ball now. Gets it over to Radovic up top. Radovic has been off to a quiet start. He looks to be aggressive. He pulls from the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebound Grunder.
That will be the marquee matchup tonight. Grunder against Radovic.
Grunder looking to push. Makes a crossover. Kicks it out to Cabrera. He's going to fire a three-pointer. Shot way off. Rebound to Spellman. Spellman looking to slow it down. He gets it over to Sikoriak on the left side. 16-10 Cortland right now. As Sikoriak has the ball, gets it over to Logan Wendell on the left side. They try to feed Radovic in the... They do. Back up top to Wendell. He fires a three. Yes, sir. Logan Wendell with his first three-pointer. And we're going to take a timeout.
Pure looking shot there from Logan Wendell, 34%. He's been known to cash in from beyond the arc.
Well, with 13:46 left to go, we're going to have a timeout. 16-13 in favor of Cortland. We're going to send it down now to our man on the sidelines, Max Tanzer.
Thanks, guys. As Lucas touched on a little bit, one of the biggest storylines coming into this year is the amount of returners on this Bombers team. They're returning 13 of their 15 players, plus 4 first-year students. And before the season, Coach Waid said that they had a sour taste in their mouth after that loss to Vassar in the Liberty League semifinals last season. The good news is most of the guys are coming back with a chip on their shoulder mentality. He noted that this allows them to maintain a level of continuity and that their depth and talent is their biggest strength. Guys?
No doubt about it. And Bombers are coming back onto the floor. And we're going to see what we got here. We got some substitutions. Warwick is going to come out, and as well as Sikoriak. Lucas, what do these new subs have to do to get some momentum?
Yeah, Jack, I'm looking at Noah Downing as a guy to kind of get that Ithaca offense going. Known as a point guard, can kind of play the combo guard position. He's a guy that I think Coach Ruud trusts in these situations.
Yes, Downing checked into the game as well as Geschichter. Grunder with the ball now over to Lubin. He's met by Spellman. Lubin looking for a man. He's stuck, but he gets it out to Lawton. Inside to Grunder. He looks to drive. Wild shot, but tipped back out to Lubin. And the ball skirt, and we have a late whistle. Foul on the Bombers. A blocking foul, and it looks like it's going to be on Luka Radovic, and that is going to be his second foul.
Yeah, Radovic not happy about that one. Kind of a broken play there, Jack. I thought that whistle could have gone either way. Goes against Ithaca. Cortland at the line, I believe.
Jack Stern's going to check in for Radovic after those two fouls. He's going to have to sit down.
Jack Stern, one other guy that should play a big role for this Bomber team, both either starting or off the bench.
Grunder is going to take it out underneath, and we're going to have our first sub. It looks like Cabrera is going to come out, and Aaron Costin is going to check in for Cortland.
Davian Hall also coming into the game for the Red Dragons.
Indeed. Grunder throws it in. He gets it out. Downing up top, guarding him. Back to Cabrera. Cabrera with the shot fake over to Grunder. In the corner to Lubin. Fakes a shot. He looks to attack. Jack Stern there to meet him. Good ball movement by Cortland. Lawton's going to fire a three and knocks it down. Great ball movement from Cortland.
Yeah, fundamental basketball from the Red Dragons. You want to get an open shot, you swing the ball around the perimeter. That's exactly what they did on that possession.
Downing kicks it to Stern. Guestchicker now at the ball on the left side. Looking for a man. He gets it to Stern down low. Stern kicks it in the corner to Spellman. Over to Wendell. He's wide open for a three-pointer. Yes, sir. Logan Wendell with his second three-pointer of the night.
Great action right now, ball on both teams. Bombers giving the Red Dragons a taste of their own medicine. Great ball movement there.
Costin with the ball over to Lubin. Lubin with the ball, looking to attack on Wendell, goes right in, and he slid his feet, and that is going to be a travel. Good defense there by the Bombers.
Red Dragons might look to attack Logan Wendell offensively.
That certainly could be a possibility. Guestchicker will take it out. Downing is going to take it up the court. If you're just joining us, 12:40 to go in the first half. 19-16 Cortland. Ithaca trying to even this game up right now. Downing taking the ball over half court. Wants a screen from Jack Stern. Calls it off. He sets it for Wendell. Wendell now on the left side. Gets a pick from Stern. He's going to fire another three. Shot no good. Rebound Grunder.
Maybe not the best shot there for Ithaca, but if it's Logan Wendell shooting it, it's a good chance.
Spellman putting pressure on Grunder. Grunder kicks it over to Cabrera. Cabrera out to Grunder again. Met by Spellman. Shot clock down to 20. Spellman with good defense tipped it away, but Cortland still has control. Grunder with the ball now. 14 on the shot clock now. Gets a pick from Costin. Kicks it into the corner. Cabrera in the corner, but he stepped out of bounds. Nice defense there from the Bombers.
Ithaca's doing a great job, Jack, of making Austin Grunder give up the basketball. That's something we touched on in the pregame. They're gonna have to make other guys beat them, and Bombers doing a great job on that one.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to 92 WICB, the home of Bombers basketball. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Downing with the ball now, looking to take it up. We have a sub from Cortland as Armbruster is checked in as Noah Downing fires and hits a shot. This is now a one-point game.
Great action on both ends there. Noah Downing, as I touched on, going to play a big role with signing out today.
Armbruster bringing the ball up over to Lawton, now to Costin. Grunder wants it inside, gets it in the post, and Downing comes flying in for a block, but they're going to call a foul.
Downing not happy about that whistle, Jack. He wanted that ball going the other way without the whistle, but Cortland to the line here.
This will be Cortland's second and third free throw attempts. No, 3 team fouls on Ithaca, none from Cortland so far. They're playing some clean defense. Grunder will go to the line, their leading scorer last year, just under 23 points a game. His first free throws of the season. Shot goes out of his hand. First one is good.
And Jack, Grunder is not a guy you want to send to the free throw line. 82% from the charity stripe, and if the Bombers want to win today, they're going to want to keep him away from the charity stripe.
Grunder now waiting for his second of two. Shots up, and it rattles around, but eventually drops. And it is back to a 3-point lead, 21-18 Cortland. Downing calling out a play. He is met by Armbruster, but not too much pressure. Stern sets a screen. Downing looking for an opening. Kicks it over to Wendell. Gets it in the post to Stern. Stern is trapped. Puts up a shot, and it is blocked by Grunder. Nice defense.
Nice move there from Stern, though, as well. He'll have that open for him.
A.J. Lawton on the right side with the ball. Gets it over to Grunder. Grunder looking for somebody, looking for a pick. He gets it. Gets it over to Costin. Costin finds Lubin. Lubin looking to attack, but pulls out. Over to Costin. He fires from the free throw line. Shot no good. Wendell trying to get the ball, and he does.
Physical defense there from Ithaca, Jack.
With the ball now is Guestchicker. He drives. Shot no good. Stern tries to put the tip in. No good.
Guestchicker a little out of control on that one.
Armbruster bringing up the ball. Downing forces it out of his hands, and that's going to be taken out underneath. It will be Cortland basketball. We're going to get a substitution as Zach Warwick is going to check back in for Logan Wendell.
Warwick, one of the 4 fifth-year students, and he should be one of the leaders of this program going into the season, Jack.
No doubt about that. Winterstein also checked in a few moments ago. Grunder with the ball now. Lubin has a shot. He's going to take it from the free throw line. Off the back rim. Rebound, Guestchicker. Guestchicker looks to push. Bombers don't have numbers, though. Guestchicker slows it down. He pulls it out now into the post to Jack Stern on the right side. Stern looking to attack. He's got the smaller man, but loses control and shot no good.
Back-to-back offensive possessions ends in a Jack Stern getting blocked.
Grunder now looks to attack down the lane, and a shot blocked by Wennerston. Downing looking to push, goes up strong, and we have a blocking foul. The first foul on Cortland. Good aggressive move there, and he will be heading to the free throw line.
Yeah, Noah Downing rewarded for his hustle and getting to the line. Both teams getting to the line really at a really effective clip, Jack.
No doubt. These will be the Bombers' first free throws. Only the first foul on Cortland, but Downing will go to the line for 2 shots.
Downing is 78% shooter from the free throw line.
Downing takes a deep breath and goes through his routine. Puts up the first one. Shot no good. If you're just joining us on 92 WICB, 10:13 to go in the first half. Cortland leads the Ithaca College Bombers 21-18. Noah Downing at the line for his second shot. Puts it up. Shot no good. Misses a pair. But Stern fights for the rebound. Saves it. Wennerston has it. Downing looks to attack. Kicks it out. Guestchicker thought about a 3, but decides to attack the cup. He drives and scores.
Yeah, Jack, that all started on the hustle of Jack Stern on the baseline, saving the ball. Guestchicker with a great layup there.
Grunder bringing it up. He's had a big night tonight. Gets it over to Armbruster. 1-point game now. Armbruster looking to set up the offense, but having trouble finding somebody open. He looks to attack. Kicks it over to Costin. Now to Grunder on the baseline. Grunder puts up a tough jumper. Shot off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Lubin wins it. Out to Costin. Costin looks to attack. Warwick draws a charge. Zach Warwick with an incredible play, puts his body on the line, and it will be Bombers basketball.
Yeah, Zach Warwick taking that right to the chest for his team. Results in Bomber basketball, but Noah Downing to take it up here.
We're going to have a substitution as Downing is going to come out, and Bryce Bloodtree is going to take over for him.
Bloodtree, one of the second-year players that's shown a lot of promise in his rookie year, and should be in for a bigger role this year.
Warwick taking the ball up, met by Armbruster. Going down the right side. 1-point game, 21-20 Cortland. Bombers still looking for their first lead of this contest. Stern with the ball now, looking to find a man. Has nobody. Finally finds a guy, finds Winterstein. He puts up the free throw jumper. Shot off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Jack Stern comes away with it. Warwick's behind the three-point line. He fires. Yes, sir! Zach Warwick with his third three-pointer of the night.
And really, Jack Stern gets the assist on back-to-back plays with his hustle, saving possessions for Ithaca. That's going to be huge in this game.
We're going to have a substitution here as Riley McAvoy is going to check in for the first time, and it looks like Lubin is going to take a seat.
Ithaca going to somewhat of a 1-2-1 press, I believe, Jack.
And with that shot by Warwick, he's had the hot hand. The Bombers have their first lead of the night at 23-21 with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Costin with the ball over to Armbruster. Met by Bloodtree. Plays him hard, but commits a foul.
Armbruster going crashing into the scorer's table there. Appears to be all right.
Indeed he does. Fourth team foul on the Bombers. They got to be careful. They don't want to get this into the bonus near the end of the half.
And Jack, Ithaca now has Tristan Wennerston guarding Austin Grunder. I wonder if that's a matchup that they're going to stick with. But right now, Wennerston's done a great job so far.
The ref is coming over to talk to Wennerston and Grunder. A little bit of hand fighting, and looks like it's initiating a warning to both players. Foul again was on Bryce Bloodtree, his first. McAvoy will take it out. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here by Fareed. If you're just joining us now, 92 WICB, 9:04 left to go in the first half. Bombers lead 23-21. Lucas, what have you seen so far?
I've just seen, Jack, both teams who want it really badly. This is a rivalry that has been publicized. It's going to carry over into Yankee Stadium this weekend. But this is two teams I can see going after it every single possession, and it's going to be about which coach, either Ithaca or Cortland, makes the in-game adjustments in order to win, Jack.
We got a little bit more time. We're going to send it down to our man on the sidelines, Max Tanzer. Max, what do you got for us?
Thanks, guys. Something that Coach Fareed was stressing at the beginning of the game to his guys was that they had to go hard and get that nervous energy out. May have played a role to the slow start, but you could just feel a relief of tension. Maybe a monkey off the back after Zach Warwick's three right there to give them the lead. A momentum shift that could help them moving forward towards the conclusion of this first half. Guys?
Thanks, Max. We'll check back in with you in a bit. Bombers off to a slow start defensively, but starting to pick it up, Lucas.
Yeah, they are. I think, Jack, there's some first-game jitters, obviously, off of a long off-season and a tough loss. I think those are kinks that'll work themselves out. Bryce Blubtray, as you mentioned before, a guy that should get extended minutes either tonight, the rest of the season. So, Coach Wally Freed staggering his rotations. Will be interesting to see.
And for those that don't remember, last year most of this Bomber squad is returning. Had a tough loss in the Liberty League semifinals, losing by 2 points, 76-74 to Vassar College. Looking to get back and beyond that point this season.
How sweet would it be for them to open their season against the rival with a win against the rival Cortland, Jack?
Indeed, how nice that would be. Cortland now taking the ball. McAvoy gets it into Armbruster as the game clock goes under 9 minutes. Lawton with the ball now, trying to find a man. He's double teamed. Finally finds Grunder. Shot clock down to 15 as Lawton looks for a man. Bombers going with a zone right now, looking like a 3-2 zone. Trying to take the three-point ball away. And it looks like it works as they get a steal. Bloodtree brings it up, gets it over to Warwick. He's had the hot hand with 3 3-pointers tonight. Bloodtree with the ball, now back to Warwick. Warwick looking for a man. He finds Geschichter. Geschichter on the right side, looking to take Armbruster one-on-one. Nice pass down low to Winterston, trying to put up the layup, and he does.
Great off-ball movement there from Tristan Winterston coming in from the corner.
Bombers improve their lead to 4, 25-21. Armbruster looking to bring the ball up court. Met by a lot of pressure, and we have a foul on Winterstein. Not a good play right there, and that'll be the 15th foul on Ithaca.
A little overzealous out near half court. You don't really need to do that, Jack, when you're at half court. Just let the play develop. Not a great play there.
We're going to have a couple subs. Sikoriak is going to check back in. Geschichter is going to sit down. Armbruster is going to sit down as well for Cortland, and it looks like Cabrera is back in as well. Cabrera with up top, met by Sikoriak. Bombers now playing some intense defense, really getting up close and not giving any space to these Cortland ball handlers. Costin with the ball now over to Grunder. Grunder looking to attack, gets it to Costin, who kicks to the corner to Cabrera. Sikoriak playing him tight. McAvoy with the ball now, gets a screen from Grunder. Shot clock, that is a 30-second shot clock violation.
What defense! What a defensive sequence there from Ithaca. Quick feet, quick sequence. Love to see it.
Looks like they're tightening up a lot, not giving their shooters space on the perimeter. Spellman's going to check back in for Ithaca. Jack Stern will sit down after some nice minutes.
Name Spellman somebody else. I think Wally Fareed will ask to guard Austin Grunder at points this game, Jack.
Definitely could see that, and as one of the captains, he will like to take on the challenge. Spellman gets the ball over to Sikoriak, gets a screen from Winterston. Over to Warwick. He has the hot hand tonight. Back over to Bloodtree. He looks to attack. Over to Spellman. Has not taken a shot yet, Spellman. Bloodtree on the baseline. Passes it underneath to Winterstein. Can't get it to go, but he is fouled, and he will be heading to the line for some free throws.
Yeah, Tristan Winterston probably wants that one back. Pretty good look there. Will be rewarded for his off-ball movement going to the line.
If you're just joining us on 92 WICB, 7:33 to go in this first half between Ithaca College Bombers and Cortland Red Dragons. The Bombers lead 25-21. Tristan Winterstein at the line for 2 shots. His first one is up, and he knocks it down. Bombers now lead by 5.
Luka Radovic has been out for a few minutes, Jack. I wonder if that's injury-related or they're trying to manage his minutes, but haven't seen Radovic in a little while.
Radovic picked up 2 fouls with around the 13-minute mark in the game. He's been out ever since. As Winterston puts up the shot and gets both to go. Bombers now lead by 6, 27-21. Grunder looking to take the ball up. Ever since they switched to the zone, they've had a little bit of trouble getting him the ball. Having to preserve energy, taking it up. Cabrera now with the ball. He is met by Winterston, now by Bloodtree. Cabrera looks to attack, having a tough time. Finds Costin on the free throw line. He attacks, puts up the shot, and gets whacked on the hand. He will go to the line for 2 shots.
Good move, good pass there from the Red Dragons. Great action here tonight, Jack.
Indeed, 27-21. We got a contest on our hands. As Costin will go to the line for his first free throws. Costin should watch that foot. It looks like it is closely on the line. Costin puts up the first shot, and he knocks it down. Cuts the lead to 5.
Red Dragons are a good free throw shooting team, Jack, as we touched on earlier. Bombers will have to keep them away from the free throw line.
Costin now with 1 more to go. Bombers lead 27-22, 7:15 to go in this first half. Costin puts up the shot, knocks them both down. And the lead is cut to 4. So Sikoriak brings up the ball. He's calling out the offense. Sikoriak met by Cabrera. Trying to find Warwick down low, but he's going to go to the corner. Winterston with the ball now. looking to find a man, but decides to attack, pulls out. He doesn't have a dribble. Spellman gets the ball. Spellman comes around, puts up the floater, shot off the back rim, rebound Cabrera.
Not the best offensive sequence there for Ithaca, but they still got a decent shot, Liam Spellman floater.
As McAvoy gets the ball, tried to put up a three, but good closeout by Warwick. Now over to Cam Williams. He's going to fire a three-pointer. Shot way off. Rebound to Koriak.
Not even close there for Cam Williams.
Winterston with the ball now, looking to go, and he is fouled. A silly foul there by Williams, and that will allow the Bombers to take it side out. We're going to have a sub here. Looks like Wendell and are both going to check back in. It looks like Blebtree and Winterston are both going to take a seat.
I would have liked to see Winterston play with Stern just to get that big lineup, Jack, but makes total sense for Stern to be the lone big man here.
Warwick takes it out, gets it into Sikoriak. Shot clock at 23. Warwick with the ball now. He's had 3 3-pointers tonight, so he's looking for his shot. He feeds it down low to Stern on the right side. Spellman gets the ball. He's going to fire a 3-pointer, in and out. Fight for the rebound, goes to Logan Wendell. Warwick now, he's going to fire a deep 3. For shot no good. Rebound Costin.
Jack Stern battling down there, though, Jack.
Red Dragons settling down. Cabrera taking the ball. They've had some trouble with this zone defense from the Bombers. Spellman meets McAvoy. Now over to Grunder. Grunder's played this entire game. Over to Williams. Now over to McAvoy. Spellman meeting him. McAvoy puts up a tough shot but knocks it down. McAvoy with a big time shot, and he cuts the lead to just 1.
Big shot there for the Red Dragons.
So Koriak looking to attack, and he loses control of the ball, fighting for it. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing towards Cortland. It looks like it is going to be no, it's going to stay with Ithaca, actually. Ithaca is going to take the ball underneath the basket.
Not sure if Joe Chikoriak was going for a layup or a pass there, but Bomber ball nonetheless.
We're going to have a substitution. Costin's going to sit down, and Lubin is going to come back in for the Red Dragons. So Koriak taking the ball out underneath, waiting for a man to get open. Gets to Stern, gets it into Logan Wendell. He pump fakes, puts up a mid-range jumper off the glass and in. Logan Wendell with a nice jump shot, making the lead a 3-point game.
The bank is open on a Tuesday night in Ben Light, Jack. What a move there from Logan Wendell to get the 2.
Williams taking the ball up over to McAvoy. McAvoy met by Wendell. Lubin open. Now kicks to Cabrera with the extra pass. He attacks down the middle, puts up the shot. No good. Fight for the rebound. Spellman, but we're going to have a foul on the rebound. Looks like it's going to go on, I believe, Warwick down low. Bombers not happy with that foul, and with that foul, they are in the penalty, and Grunder is going to go to the line for 1-1.
Cabrera has got to the rim at will tonight, Jack, and that's what's creating a lot of the Red Dragons' opportunities offensively.
Grunder has already had some free throw opportunities. He's perfect on the night. And the announcer jinx works like a charm as that ball is out of bounds, and it will be Ithaca's ball.
Let's see how the Bombers respond after that miss from Grunder here.
Spellman will take it out, gets it into Sikoriak. A little bit of a press, dangerous pass there by Sikoriak, but it gets through. Wendell with the ball now. Spellman now up top, over to Sikoriak. He's met by McAvoy. Shot clock at 20, so plenty of time, no need to panic. Jack Stern with the ball, looking to create some offense. Gets it over to Warwick, gives him a screen. Warwick thought about a 3, but decides to hold. Having trouble finding a guy, he swings it to the other corner. Wendell, shot clock down to 8. Wendell looks to attack down the middle, puts up the shot, and draws a foul. Beautiful take there by Logan Wendell, and he'll be rewarded with free throws.
Yeah, Logan Wendell taking the physical punishment going to the rim. But if that's what we said before, Jack, and it applies now. The Bombers need to get to the line, make Cortland get into foul trouble. That's the key to victory.
That is the 5th team foul on Cortland. Logan Wendell will go to the free throw line for a pair. Wendell puts up the first shot, in and out. Bombers having a little bit of trouble at the line tonight as we're going to have a substitution. Downing's going to check back in, so Koriak will get a break. We also have a sub for Cortland, as it looks like Isaiah Preston's going to check in for the first time, and Cabrera is going to take a rest.
Wendell is 79% free throw shooter.
Wendell at the line for one more shot. Some fighting down low between Stern and Grunder. Wendell gets this one to go. Bombers lead back up 4. If you're just joining us, 92 WICB. Bombers lead 30-26 over the Cortland Red Dragons. Preston with the ball now, looking for his man, finds Lubin. Lubin trying to get the ball to Grunder. Good deny there by Warwick. Now Williams with the ball, met by Spellman. Another screen from Grunder, looking for the pick and roll. It's not there. Kicks it over to McAvoy. He's going to fire a 3 and knocks it down. McAvoy with his second 3 of the night.
Great drive and kick there from Cortland, and Bombers really need to extend their defense on the drive and kick, Jack.
Lead is now cut to 1. Bombers lead 30-29. Warwick's going to fire a 3. He answers right back. Zach Warwick with his 4th three-pointer of the night.
Non-stop action here, Jack. Ithaca, Cortland, this is what you want to see. Great shot from Warwick.
Bombers looking to trap. Downing came over. Grunder didn't see him. He forced it out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Red Dragons.
Ithaca trying to double Austin Grunder, it looks like.
Williams will take it out for the Dragons. Gets it into Preston, met by Downing. Preston looking for a man. He finds Lubin. Lubin waiting for something to open up. He drives on Jack Stern. Puts up the shot. No good, but a foul. Jack Stern not happy with the call. And it will go to the free throw line for Lubin.
Stern has to be careful here. A little bit hot. Doesn't want to get teed up.
Especially in a close game. Can't afford a technical foul. Bombers 18 foul, so still have a little bit before it's 2 shots. But right now in the bonus, but right here it'll be 2 shots nonetheless.
Tough call there on Stern. I understand why he might be upset, but keeping his emotions in check will be critical.
Lubin puts up the shot. First one's good. Lubin having a nice game so far. A lot of minutes, and they've been productive. We're going to have a sub as Luka Radovic is going to check back in with just over 4 minutes to go. Stern's going to take a seat. Radovic has to be careful with those 2 fouls. Lubin at the line. He's got 1 more. Lubin puts up the shot. In and out. Fight for the rebound. And it's going to be Ithaca ball.
Ithaca going with a Spellman-Radovic front court here, it looks like.
Warwick's the point guard. Warwick, 4 3-pointers on the night. He's been very aggressive, and it's led to some success. He gets it over to Spellman, who gets it ahead to Wendell. He's got an open 3. He's going to fire. Shot in and out. Fight for the rebound. Spellman gets it, puts it back up. Couldn't get it to go. Spellman rushed right there. Probably had more time, but ill-advised shot.
Yeah, a little bit rushed down there under the paint there, Jack, but I just want to quickly say Ithaca breaking that press very well.
A jump ball was called, and this time the arrow is going to Cortland. As we have a substitution, A.J. Lawton checks back into the game. It looks like Cam Williams is going to sit down.
Radovic also leaving the game again for the Bombers here.
Looks like they're trying to do a little bit of offense-defense just to get allow Radovic to stay fresh. He's been on the bench a long time, nearly 10 minutes, as the Dragons look to push up the court. Lubin with the ball, gets it to Preston. 3:45 left to go in the half. Bombers lead 33-30. As Grunder with the ball over to McAvoy. McAvoy 2 threes on the night. He's had the radar gun. Got to watch him. Lubin pulls up the midi. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Grunder gets it but falls down. Gets it out to McAvoy. Ithaca wanted to travel there, but they don't get it. Preston now with the ball. Shot clock down to 15. Lawton's going to fire a 3 and knocks it down. A.J. Lawton ties the game.
Yeah, Jack, wide open look there for Lawton. Can't leave him open.
33 all now. Downing with the ball. Over to Wendell. Over to Warwick. Gets a screen from Jack Stern. Warwick looking to attack. Finds Spellman in the corner. Spellman looking for a man. Gets it inside to Stern. And we have a reach-in foul on McAvoy trying to intercept that pass.
Yeah, Jack, this battle between Stern and McAvoy is heating up down low.
And with that foul on McAvoy, the Bombers are now in the bonus, and they will go to the line for 1-1. In total, we have 15 fouls combined, and both teams for the rest of this half will be going to the free throw line on any foul call.
Stern here at the line for 2, 64% last season.
Stern knocks down the first one, nothing but net, and the Bombers regain the lead. Stern having 1 more. Stern looking to be a big, impactful player for the Bombers this season. As he tries his second attempt, shot short, fight for the rebound, goes to Downing, and the Bombers get it. Spellman now looks to slow it down. Back over to Downing in the corner. Then it's a little bit of a triangle offense right now. Back over the other side to Logan Wendell. Shot clock at 11. Warwick with the ball now, met by McAvoy. They feed Jack Stern to the side. Shot pass is tipped and stolen by Cortland as Grunder looks to push, and Warwick trying to take it back. Commits a reach-in foul, and Grunder will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy offensively there for the Bombers, but good job getting back, not giving Grunder an easy layup.
Bombers look like they're going to make 2 substitutions here as Radovic and Geschicter are going to check back in. Jack Stern's going to sit down as well as Zach Warwick. Grunder has 1-on-1. The next foul on the Bombers will lead to Cortland having the double bonus where they will get 2 shots for the rest of the half. Grunder at the line. Puts up the shot. In and out. Fight for the rebound. Goes to Spellman. Gets it over to Geschicter there. 2:44 to go in this first half. Bombers lead 34-33 on 92 WICB. Logan Wendell with the ball, pump fakes, looks to drive down the lane, puts up the shot, no good, saves it to Spellman, who gets to Radovich and gets the layup.
I thought he had the corner wide open, and the ball fell right into Spellman's lap, so great break there for the Ithaca.
Lubin taking the ball up court now, looking for Preston, gets it over to him. Preston trying to find a man, he finds Lawton, met by Wendell. Bombers now playing some really tight defense, trying to keep him off that three-point line.
And not in that 3-2 zone anymore, Jack.
Lawton puts up a rainbow three and knocks it down. A.J. Lawton with his third three-pointer of the half.
Lawton cooking now, 39% shooter. What a shot that time.
Geschichter with the ball, drives, kicks it to Downey. He's going to fire a three. Shot in and out, fight for the rebound. Goes to Cortland. Lubin looks to push. He looks for Lawton. Lawton in transition, fires the three and knocks it down. A.J. Lawton lighting up Ben Light.
Yeah, Lawton putting on a shooting clinic. What a thing to see here. 2 threes in a row.
Geschichter looks to drive on McAvoy. He's not giving him the baseline. Has nothing there, and Geschichter calls a timeout. What a sequence for the Red Dragons. They now lead 39-36 with 1:38 to go. Lucas, what do they have to do to stop A.J. Lawton?
It really starts with putting more on-ball pressure at a full-court level, Jack. You can't let Lawton get up into his shot. You stop him at half court, and even if it takes doubling him, he's the hot hand right now. Bombers got to take that away.
Now, Lucas, what do you think with the absence of Skylar Steinen? What have the Bombers done to make up for that?
I think it really starts with Noah Downing, Jack. I think he's done a great job coming in, applying that defensive pressure, passing the basketball on the offensive end, and even the forwards, Tristan Wennerston, Liam Spellman. It's been more of a team effort, and I think they're making up for his absence well.
I think he's done a good job staying in this game with Luka Radovich on the bench for most of this half.
Yeah, Jack, he got into some early foul trouble, and as you said, Coach Freed going offense, defense there. I think he should play more in the second quarter, but if he picks up another foul, Coach Freed has some tough decisions coming up here.
Downing is going to come out, and Sikoriak is going to come back in. The other four are the same for the Bombers. If you're just joining us, 1:38 to go in this first half on 92 WICB. The Cortland Red Dragons lead the Ithaca College Bombers 39-36. Ithaca will be taking it out underneath the basket. Sikoriak will take it out. Slaps the ball, waits for the play to develop. Looking for a man, still can't find one. Gets it into Radovich. Radovich has been off to a slow start, mainly on the bench. He fires a three-pointer. Shot no good. Rebound Grunder.
The Bombers will take that shot from Luka Radovich every single time down the floor, though.
Grunder taking the ball up, met by Spellman. Spellman's giving him a bit of trouble when dribbling tonight. Gets a good pick there from Lubin. Switches on to Radovich. Now out to Lubin. McAvoy with the ball. Back over to Lubin. They got to watch his Lawton lately. Lubin in the paint. Kicks it out to McAvoy. He fires a three and knocks it down. Cortland lighting up from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, Jack, they can't miss. That's 3 straight makes in a row.
Ithaca trying to do something about that, but having trouble. Sikoriak with the ball. 1 minute to go in this first half. Cortland leads by 6. Sikoriak looking for a man. Finds Wendell. Wendell has Geschichter in the corner. He looks to drive baseline. Stops underneath, puts up the shot. Off the back rim. Having trouble taking that lid off the basket.
Geschichter should have made that one as well.
Lubin looks to push, is aggressive, and draws a foul on Geschichter. Lubin will go to the free throw line for 2 shots with 42.6 seconds remaining in this first half.
Yeah, Jack, I think both teams will be very happy for the break because this pace has been just absolutely unbelievable on both sides.
No doubt about it. Lubin going to line. Bombers look like they're going to make some substitution as Stern and Warwick are going to check back in. Who for, we don't know. I presume Luka Radovich. He does not want to pick up a foul before the end of this half.
And Coach Freed running an 8-man rotation tonight so far.
Yep, it looks like Radovich is going to come out as well as Spellman. And it looks like Preston is going to check back in, or no, he was just talking to the coach on the sidelines. Lubin with one more free throw. Cortland leads 43-36. Lubin puts up the shot. He's had a good night at the free throw line, and that continues with that make. Stern looks like he's going to take out. Nope, he says, Warwick, you do it. Warwick takes it out, gets it to Sikoriak. Bombers trying to finish the half strong. Sikoriak pushes the pace, gets it to Warwick. He stops and fires a three. Shot short.
Look a little bit rushed there, Jack.
Bombers trying to go 2 for 1 there. Put up a quick shot. Preston takes the ball up. We're under 30 seconds to go. Shot clock and game clock separated by about 7 seconds.
Coach Freed has instructed his guys to go back to that zone.
As Lubin looks to find a man, Lawton, he's had the radar gun. He pulls from the mid-range this time. Shot in and out and rattles out. Bombers will hold for 1 shot. Game clock down to 12. Wendell getting some coaching. Under 10 seconds to go. Wendell with the ball up top. Wants a screen. He's going to drive. 4-3. Puts up the shot. No good. Looks to save it. Grunder fires from midcourt. and shot nowhere near close. That is going to take us to the half. Cortland Red Dragons lead 44-36. Lucas, what did Cortland do well there at the end of that half?
They caught fire from three, Jack. That's where it starts and ends. And honestly, going to the second half, if Ithaca can stop the three-point shot, they should be right into it. But they got to stop with A.J. Lawton. He heats up, and the rest of the Red Dragons should follow right along with that.
Ithaca having some trouble defending that three-point line. What adjustment do you think they're going to make this second half?
I think that Coach Freed's going to tell them to play a little bit higher up. I think you're going to see a lot more press in the second half, especially the 1-2-1, and they had a lot of success with that 3-2 zone. So you should see Ithaca get back to that at some point.
How do you think Ithaca is going to go about getting Luka Radovic more involved?
Well, I think for Radovic, the main reason he didn't play too much in the first half, foul trouble, kind of limits his aggressiveness. He's going to have to be careful with the fouls in the second half, and he's going to be more involved.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Down to the sideline, star man Max Tanzer, who's standing by with Waleed Fareed. Max, what do you got?
Thanks, guys. Coach, tug of warfare in the first half. What do you expect from your team to adjust with moving forward here?
We just got to keep playing with a little bit of more poise. I think that's what we need. Like, whenever we played with poise, we got shots we wanted. We made them. And then once we got a little bit hectic because of some missed shots or some mistakes, then we start giving up the mental errors down on this end defensive end. It's all about the defensive end right now. Offense will come. We can't keep giving these shooters shots. Right? They're too good.
A.J. Lawton's been tough to defend from three tonight. Is there any adjustment against him?
Don't let him shoot him. That's basically what we got to do. Don't let him shoot him.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
Thanks, Mac. We'll check back with you later. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. The halftime show's coming up with Parker Hollandoner and Cameron Matta, and Lucas and I will be back for the second half on 92 WICB.
Salsa, solo hay una. Hola familia, this is DJ Vic, producer and host of Ritmo Latino, where you'll hear from.
My name is Germán Olivera.
Hola amigos, les habla Alberto Santiago.
My name is Eddie Palmieri.
Soy el sonero del barrio, Frankie Vasquez.
Hi, this is Oscar Hernandez. You're listening to DJ.
How's it going up there?
Join me every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. on 92 WICB.
To protect his home and family from disaster.
Are you guys on?
Steve used courage, wisdom, and...
All right, 20 seconds.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents.
Do you want another promo?
Always have them stored safely online. No matter...
Okay, 10 seconds.
Disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster.
4, 3...
Ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Live from Ben Light Gymnasium, we are back. It is 44-36 Cortland Red Dragons here in Ithaca, New York. We are back for the halftime show. Thank you for joining us. I'm Parker Hollandoner, joined by Cam Manna. And Cam, so far it has been an absolute fight of a game, fighting for every single point, fighting for boards. It's been a scrum so far. What have you been seeing?
Yeah, it's been a back and forth so far, but this almost feels like a SUNY Cortland home game right now. Those final three-pointers to half from A.J. Lawton. It was roaring on the right side of Ben Light Gymnasium with all the red jerseys and the red colors of these Cortland fans that have traveled 22 miles for this game. So the momentum shift, it's been noticeable so far in this one, but both teams playing fast with a lot of energy. And the main thing I would even say for them is slow down. But obviously that's what comes with an opening night game in a packed arena.
Absolutely. Cortland has come out and they have played hot. They have been shooting incredibly well. They're currently shooting 75% from three. Now, a lot of that is A.J. Lawton just being an absolute monster. But overall, they've just been extremely, extremely solid. Ithaca, on the other hand, has fallen off a lot. Cortland is owning them in the rebound game. They're obviously up by 6 right now, and they've been owning them in shooting. So far, Ithaca is just the weaker team right now. Do you see specifically what Ithaca could be doing wrong, or is Cortland just playing that well?
Well, Cortland right now on the offensive side of things, they're playing methodical basketball and slowing down the offensive end. Hey, if they have a fast break, they'll take it. But most of the time, they're going to stop. They're going to get themselves together on the offensive side, the ball movement, and find themselves an open shot. What I've seen from the Bombers is they'll get a steal, and they'll work too fast down the court. They're shooting too many three-pointers. So far in this game, it's been the three-pointers for Cortland that's been their strength, not for the Bombers. The Bombers have some strong guys down low in Jack Stern. I would feed them more. The three-point game is not there for them right now. A lot of rush shots. You know, look at what Cortland's doing. They're slowing the ball down. They're controlling their destiny on offense. The Bombers aren't doing that so far.
Absolutely. A lot of turnovers early for Cortland, actually giving Ithaca 12 points off of turnovers, off of 7 total turnovers in the game for Cortland. But then they slowed it down, like you said. They've absolutely played a lot more solid down the second half of this first half, so to speak. But yeah, A.J. Lawton absolutely running this offense more than we thought. Austin Grunder also playing extremely solid basketball. Liam Spellman, I noticed on the Ithaca side of things, calling a lot, barking a lot on the starting side. He's been playing a lot more minutes than maybe either of us expected.
Yep.
And although he hasn't been contributing statistically, he has been orchestrating a lot on the field. And Zach Warich, he might own Cortland. He has been the one very good thing for Ithaca so far tonight. Well over 10 points, been extremely solid so far. Is there anyone else on Ithaca that you've been seeing who can lead them out of this hole that they're in right now?
Well, I'll say Warch has been that lead contributor on the offensive side. You look at Spellman. He's obviously a leader. He's a captain. He's been on this team and understands what it takes to be a winning basketball team. And he's more of a 3-and-D player. You're going to see him on the offensive end. He's going to be on the perimeter. He has that smooth lefty stroke. And on defense, he'll do what he can do. He can stretch the floor almost as a stretch forward with his size and his length. But on the offensive side of things, you got to trust a little bit more in Logan Wendell, and those shots are going to start to fall. Wendell's been running the point guard position as a sophomore. A few missed shots down low as this game goes on. I expect for those to fall. It's the first game of the season. The jitters are there. I think the halftime break's going to be big for the Bombers to come out, switch up a few things, but the main X factor for the Bombers in the second half is relying on Logan Wendell, because the Bombers are missing their X factor right now. That's Skylar Synan, who usually runs that offense.
Yeah, you talk about the strong left hand of Liam Spellman. That's making me think we've seen a lot of physicality today. We've seen a lot of bodies hitting the floor. We've seen a lot of contested in the paint shots. And so far, Cortland's been able to muscle through. Maybe Ithaca's defense can find a way to overpower that. But something else we talked about during the pregame show was the depth of both of these teams. And so far, that has been a contributor. Cortland has 11 points off the bench, while Ithaca has 9. Do you see the benches continuing to contribute, or do you think these starting lineups are going to need to come back out and really close this game out?
Well, the bench is going to be key early on in this third quarter, but when you get into the fourth quarter of play, both sides, especially Walid Fareed, is not going to make a lot of substitutions. They're going to go with your starters. You're going to go with your best 5 on the floor. So I want to see more to Noah Downing for the Bombers off the bench a little bit more. He's an experienced guard. He's been with Walid Fareed for a long time, even before here at IC. So more from him at the point guard position, but down the stretch, Parker, it's going to be the starters. It's going to be whichever team has the better 5, the hotter 5 going down the stretch. So we're going to learn a lot in the first 5 to 10 minutes of this second half, and we're going to see what it comes down to.
Now, Ithaca last had the lead with about 2 minutes left in the first half. Then they lost it to the back-to-back threes off of A.J. Lawton, and they did not get it back. Now they're down 6. If you are Coach Walid Fareed, apologies, what are you saying to the team back there in the locker room?
Well, the big thing on defense is you got to get a hand up on A.J. Lawton. You got to have your best defender on Lawton, which I think they've had so far in this one. But when Lawton's on the fast break, you got to find him. You got to get hands on, and you got to play in front of him. Lawton's got way too much space for these three-pointers. He's working off-ball screens, getting out in front, more of a catch-and-shoot type player, and that's what we've seen so far. But the offensive side, you got to slow it down. When you get an opportunity on offense, that's your chance to slow it down, and you decide your destiny on the offensive side. The Bombers so far have rushed. You get 30 seconds on that shot clock. Use the 30 seconds. Get the right shot. No need to rush. A lot of guys can score. Just find the open shot and make it right.
On the other side of it, I think they definitely need to be focusing on getting those turnovers. They need to tighten up their defense. They need to stop Cortland's momentum, because what we just saw was they got red hot and they went on an absolute run to end this first half. If they want to tighten it up, they already have 12 points scored off of turnovers. If they can make that, if they can increase that number just a little bit, they can increase the number of turnovers or just stop Cortland from scoring so effectively, they can probably pull this game out. Now on the other side, what does Cortland need to do to close this game out and secure the Red Dragons' first win on the season?
Well, the big thing for them is coming out in this second half and gaining the momentum right away. You're up 44-36 at the half. You're on the road. It's a packed Ben Lane Gymnasium for an opening night game. You come out and you come out firing, and you decide what this game's going to be for the final 20 minutes of this one. But I think if Cortland comes out fast, they get the momentum on their side, they can control this game from here on out. So for them, it's trust what's hot, keep what's working. That's A.J. Lawton. You want to feed your best guy right now, but what the Bombers are going to do, they're going to start to try to turn that defense into offense. This Bombers team can run up and down the floor. So if you're Cortland, get back on defense, stop ball, and make the Bombers have to work methodically and slow their offense down. The Bombers want to move fast. Cortland's got to stop that.
Now, we talked about Liam Spellman a little bit earlier, but then I'm concerned about the other forward on the roster. That's Luka Radovic. He's only played 9 minutes so far this game, and he only has 2 points to show for it. Did you notice something specifically happening? Are they trying to pivot away from using him as much? Is there some kind of issue, or does Cortland just have the answer for him and everyone else needs to play around it?
Well, Cortland all week practicing for this game. The guy they've been preparing for is Luka Radovic. He's the best player on this Bombers team. Him and Skylar Simon. Last season, Radovic led this team in points per game. So Radovic is a guy that Cortland has watched out for, and they've succeeded so far. He's 1 for 5 from the field. But the big thing the Bombers have done is they've tried to rely a lot on Logan Wendell and have that drive and kick work so far. It's been Wendell down the lane. We're trying to kick out for 3-pointers. We've seen a little bit from Spellman. He's 0 for 3. So far on this one, I think it's easy to say that the Bombers just came out slow. The shots were not there, but that's why you get 20 more minutes of basketball. The jitters start to slow down. You understand the environment. You're back and ready to go, and you're only down by 8 with 20 more minutes of basketball left to be played.
Now looking to the Ithaca defensive side, the single block of the game comes from Tristan Wennerston. Do you think specifically something's been going wrong, or maybe right but not right enough for this Ithaca defense? What can they do to really get that humming? Because Cortland was scoring on them freely down the stretch of this first half.
Well, the Bombers got in a tiny bit of foul trouble later in that first half, but I think the big thing for them is when you're down low, you got to want to be aggressive. Yeah, at times there's going to be those fouls, but until you get in foul trouble, be the aggressors down low. Jack Stern, a little bit more that I've seen on the offensive side. He's been working around the perimeter, so not as much of him down low. But on the defensive side, those block numbers are not as high for Ithaca because Cortland's been on the perimeter. Their three-point game, 75% from downtown, and those last 3 threes from A.J. Lawton, they don't have to go downtown when you're spraying from downtown.
Now, looking to the offensive side of it, just to close out the show here, we got to talk about, you mentioned a lot about Logan Wendell. I've talked a little bit about Zach Warich, who put up 20 points last time these two teams played. Who could be that third option? If those two guys start getting focused, what can the Ithaca offense focus on? Who can they run through if it comes down to a third man? It's a close game potentially down the stretch.
Look, late in this game, they're going to go to Luka Radovic. He's that leading scorer from last season. Right now, it's been Spellman and Warwick. It's been that drive and kick work, and Warwick's been 5 for 7 so far in this game. 4 for 6 from 3. Wendell 2 for 5. But when this game gets to the final minutes, you're going to go to your best guy, and I think that's Luka Radovic. And I think the Bombers start to use him more. And, Wally Freed's a great coach. He's going to make some halftime adjustments. Cortland's locked down Radovic, but put him in a position to succeed. Get the ball in Radovic's hands and let him work. That's the big decision for the Bombers at the half.
Cam, last question today, until we get to the post-game show, obviously, after. What have you seen so far? What does that make you think the rest of this game is going to look like? Can Cortland close this out, or does Ithaca have enough left in the tank that you think they can pull this back?
The Bombers have a lot on their side. They have the home court advantage. They have the crowd here. The big thing is in the first 5-10 minutes of the second half, you've got to get out on Cortland early and take that momentum right away. Slow down your offense. When you have the ball, it's your chance to be great. Don't let Cortland take their advantage, which is, they almost want the Bombers to rush. Hey, if you're going to rush down court and take a 3, that's fine. But the Bombers have to slow down on offense and understand that's their chance to be great. First 5-10 minutes, Parker, I think we'll find out who's going to win this basketball game.
Well, the Red Dragons are making their way back to the field. The Ithaca Bombers soon to follow. Thank you for joining us on the halftime show. We have about 3 minutes till the game kicks off, but we're going to give it back to our play-by-play and color crew. Thank you for joining us on the halftime show. For Cam Manna, I'm Parker Hondunner. Keep it right here for more of Ithaca versus the Cortland Red Dragons.
You can travel through the world of traditional and cultural music in just 2 hours. Come broaden your musical horizons with the global grooves of Sonic Planet. Sunday afternoons from 4 to 6.
Yep, I'm here. You guys ready?
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Seconds, and then you two ready to go?
There ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if
12 seconds, you ready?
Neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Ben Light Gymnasium, 92 WICB. The Ithaca Bombers and Cortland Red Dragons. Cortland finds himself up 8 points, Jack. What did they do to close out the first half on a strong note there?
Well, what they really did well, Lucas, is they were hitting a bunch of threes. Lawton and McAvoy combined 8 of 8 for 24 points together. That's got to change for the Bombers to get back into this game.
Yeah, Jack, and next question is, what does Ithaca need to do to get back into this game and stop the Cortland threes?
It's got to start on defense. You got to close out on the perimeter. Don't let these guys get open shots.
Absolutely. Now we will be sending it down to our sideline reporter, Max Tanzer. Max?
Thanks, guys. Bombers looking to set the tone here in the second half. Something they did a fairly good job of last season. If you go back in 15 of their 26 games, they were able to outscore their opponent in the second half. If you flash back to last season, first time they faced Cortland here at Ben Light Gymnasium on November 17th, they trailed 38-31 after the first and would promptly outscore the Red Dragons 41-25 in the second to win that game 72-63. So they'll look for some similar mojo here tonight. Guys?
Thank you for that, Max. About 55 seconds till we get going here in the second half. Jack, do you expect a quick game coming out of the break, or how do you expect it to come out here?
I'm gonna expect a heavy dose of Luka Radovic. Did not play much that first half. I'm sure he's hungry to get going. He really didn't get a season started in that first half. I'm sure he wants to get it started this second half.
Yeah, Radovic chomping at the bit to get back into game action. Didn't play too much in the first half, but likely due to foul trouble. But Coach Wally Fareed sure to utilize him coming out of the gates here. About 30 seconds.
Lucas, a guy I want to see them definitely get more involved, obviously, is Radovic, but also Spellman. One of the better three-point shooters on this team. Only one shot from behind the arc. They got to look to get him some open looks.
Yeah, Spellman's been kind of relegated to that corner-to-corner role, but look for Coach Wally Fareed and the Bombers to get him more involved in the offense.
No doubt about it.
Both teams finalizing their plans for the second half, huddling. And it looks like it will be Liam Spellman, Logan Wendell, Zach Warwick, George Sikoriak, and Radovic out there to start the half for Ithaca.
Going back with the starting five. Look for them to play a lot more this second half.
Yes. Remains to be seen who will be out there for Cortland. Now the teams start to take the court.
Also to note, Lucas, excuse me for interrupting you, Logan Wendell, a nice first half, filling in for Skylar Sinan with 9 points.
Yeah. You're looking at Cam Williams, A.J. Lawton, Austin Grunder, Humberto Cabrera, and Kareem Lubin for the Red Dragons.
See if the Bombers come out here. I think they're going to go. I think they should run a pick and roll with Luka Radovic, get him going, and get some confidence.
Sikoriak inbounds to Warwick, and we begin the second half here in Ben Light. Warwick taking it up the court. Sikoriak dribbles left side, Wendell. Over to Warwick now. Gets the screen from Radovic. Warwick goes middle. Back out to Wendell. Wendell will pull the three and hit it. Logan Wendell downtown. Strong start for the Bombers, Jack.
Wendell again continuing his fine play. His three of the night, now in double figures with 12 points.
Cabrera now for the Red Dragons. Over to Lawton. Lawton to Lubin. Lubin over to Cam Williams. Cam Williams lost the ball for a minute. Cabrera has it now. Down to Grunder in the post. Guarded by Sikoriak. Grunder dribbling. Back out to Cabrera. Grunder gets it right back. Sikoriak guarding him strongly. Lawton gets the ball on the perimeter. Right past Spellman. Great pass inside. And Kareem Lubin, finishes there.
Nice finish there. Great ball movement by Cortland in order to get that layup.
Bombers get the ball up the court quickly. Radovic has it now. Spinning into the paint. Great fadeaway shot there. Comes up a little short, and Kareem Lubin the rebound.
Don't like Radovic settling for the fadeaway there. I'd like to see him attack the basket.
Lubin will take it himself right over Radovic. No good. Spellman with the rebound over to Sikoriak, who brings it up now for the Bombers. Sikoriak back to Spellman. Over to Wendell, corner. Spellman in the corner now. Will drive right past Cabrera. Inside to Radovic, tipped away. Sikoriak comes up with the basketball. Ref saying it's tipped. No backcourt there. Now Warwick up top.
Cortland not happy. They thought that was off Sikoriak's leg and should have been a backcourt violation.
Wendell now. Lawton matched up on him. Takes it middle. Pull up on Lawton is good. Logan Wendell. Nice driving mid-range there. Shot there, Jack.
Wendell now 5 of 10 on the night with 14 points. He and Zach Warwick now lead, both with 14.
Cabrera taking it up for the Red Dragons. Guarded by Warwick. Grunder. Over to Cam Williams. Cam Williams back to Cabrera. Grunder down low. Will spin. Go up against Radovic. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Warwick comes out of the pack and will find Spellman. Bombers bring it up the court.
Grunder just not able to execute right there. Poor shot.
Sikoriak will lose the ball going up for the layup. Now over to Radovic, guarded by Grunder. Back to Sikoriak and up top Warwick. Bombers will look to reset.
Radovic trying to get going still. Nice pass though.
Sweet pass. Warwick couldn't get it to go. A lot of contact down there. No call. And Cabrera will clear for the Red Dragons. Lawton in the corner for three, looking to continue his hot first half. Can't get that one to go. Bomber basketball going the other way.
Lawton finally looks human. His first miss from three, now 5 of 6 on the night.
Didn't think he could miss here, Jack.
Certainly.
Luka Radovic to inbound here. Backcourt of Zach Warwick and George Sikoriak. Warwick will bring it up here for Ithaca.
Look for the Bombers to go to Wendell now, who's made 2 straight shots.
Ride the hot hand seems to be the theme of both teams here tonight. Wendell with the ball up top. He will pull a deep three, and No good, an air ball on that one. But just like you said, Jack, they did go to Wendell on that one.
A little bit of a heat check right there. Not a great possession, but you like to see the confidence from Wendell.
Absolutely. Lubin will be bringing it up over to Cabrera now, guarded by Warwick at midcourt. And Warwick over to Lawton now. To Cam Williams, to Grunder inside, guarded by Wendell. Grunder, what a spin move on Wendell. Will finish right over the top of them. Red Dragons up 7, excuse me.
Grunder now with 8 points, near in double figures. The Bombers have done a good job on him so far.
If you're just joining us, just under 17 minutes to go. Cortland Red Dragons 48, Ithaca Bombers 40 run right here in Ben Light Gymnasium. Liam Spellman with the ball, guarded by A.J. Lawton. Inside to Luka Radovic. Sweet dime there from Spellman. Radovic gets it to go.
That's the exact possession the Bombers want. Move the ball around, get it to Radovic inside. He gets a nice, easy layup.
Easy offense is the name of the game for Coach Fareed and Ithaca. A.J. Lawton up top now for Cortland. Over to Cabrera, guarded by Wendell. Gets the screen. Cabrera will pull up. No good. Fight for the rebound. Cortland. Grunder is blocked, but a foul on Radovic there. And Jack, as we talked about before, not a great sign. Radovic in foul trouble now.
Yeah, Radovic had the rebound there. It slipped out of his hand, and they were able to get it back. The foul was actually on Spellman, so only 2 fouls still. But Radovic has got to secure that for the Bombers to get a chance to cut more into this lead.
My mistake, the foul being on Liam Spellman, so Radovic not quite in foul trouble yet. Grunder first free throw is good.
Grunder only 3 of 9 on the game, but he's got to the line a lot. That was his 5th, and now 6th free throw coming up.
Cortland looking to get to 50 points off this Grunder free throw. Dribbles twice, goes through his routine. Grunder will put it up and make it. Score 50-43 in favor of the away team, Cortland Red Dragons. George Sikoriak with the ball, not for Ithaca. Cortland going to more of a press over to Warwick. Warwick inside, Radovic, nice feed again. Radovic and one, great ball movement, great play there. Radovic, what a shot, Jack. What'd you like from that?
I like pushing the pace, and again, Radovic, he's been settling for jumpers early, but finally starting to get down low and get control of the paint, and he's
free throw. Absolutely. I thought in the first half Radovic was playing a little too much on the perimeter, kind of asserting it down low now. Let's see if he can cut the deficit to 4 on this free throw. Radovic goes through his routine, and free throw is good. 50-46 Red Dragons.
Also, Lucas, with a quick note on that last free throw by Grunder, he's now in double figures.
Great game from Austin Grunder once again. Cabrera with the ball. Drive. Ooh, nice behind the back there. Feed to the corner. That is Kareem Lubin. Lubin over to Cabrera. Inside to Grunder. Great over the top feed, and Grunder with the easy layup. Great ball movement there from Cortland.
Grunder finally really starting to get going. He and Radovic both establishing themselves down low on that block.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Zach Warwick gets it back on the attempted pass to Luka Radovic, and now we will have a foul here on Cam Williams. Looked like he might have had a clean steal there for a second, but the refs saw a foul. Side out for the Red Dragons.
Notice the adjustment there from Cortland's defense, playing up on Warwick. He had a big first half, 4-6 from behind the arc, so now they're not giving him as much space out there.
Great point there, Jack. Physicality will be a thing to watch here in the second half. Inbounds to George Sikoriak, and the game is resumed. Over to Wendell, now guarded by Cam Williams. Lubin, excuse me. Right past Lubin. Wendell, no good on the layup, but he will get the call on Lubin, and he will be rewarded with 2 free throws. Great. Jack, I have to say, I love the aggressiveness from Ithaca coming out of the second half.
Yeah, and with that play, that's the 3rd foul on Cortland. Ithaca should look to attack early and get themselves a lot of free throw opportunities.
Yes, and Ithaca, I can tell Coach Wally Freed told these guys in the halftime break, get it to the rim, get Cortland to foul you, and Dave will be rewarded with 2 free throws. Wendell with the first free throw is good.
Wendell now the leading scorer for the Bombers with 15.
Tristan Wennerston entering the game. Liam Spellman will take a quick breather. Spellman with some better minutes to come out of the second half. Great physicality, great play on both ends from the senior. Wendell, second free throw, trying to cut it to a 4-point game, and he will do it with 52-48, 15:38 to go here in the second half.
Let's see if the Bombers can get a stop here. They're having trouble with Grunder down low right now.
George Sikoriak just hounding Cabrera full court, finds Grunder now. Over to Lawton now. Lawton guarded by Wendell. Wendell over to Grunder. He will pull a deep 3. No good. Rims out. Sikoriak clears for Ithaca.
Good stop there by Ithaca, trying to get back in this game.
Great move by Sikoriak. He will stop on a dime, fade away, get the dollar. George Sikoriak, what a shot there. 2-point game.
Sikoriak doing his best Dirk impression there with that mid-range fadeaway.
Lubin driving in now for the Red Dragons, guarded by Radovic. Lubin, no good. Great defense by Radovic. He will get his own rebound and will reset here. still guarded by Radovich, and Lubin still has the ball going in for the layup. He said, Jack, if nobody else can do it, I'll do it myself. Up 4.
Great quote there, Lucas. And clearly that's what he's doing. And you got to see how the Bombers look to stop that attack in the paint.
Winterston up top now, over to Zach Warwick. Looks like Cortland might be back in the 2-3 zone. Sikoriak straight to the basket. No good. Missed a bunny there. And they will get a foul now on Luka Radovich on that loose ball.
That's a silly foul there by Luka Radovich. Now his 3rd in the game. He's got to be extra careful now. But you like him being aggressive, trying to go for the rebound, but just a little too much there.
Sikoriak wants to have that one back. Missed opportunity at the rim. And now for Ithaca, Bryce Bleeptre will be re-entering the game. Zach Warwick to the bench, as well as Logan Wendell. Andrew Geschichter also retaking the court for the Bombers.
See if they can get a stop here. They've had a little bit of trouble down low, but one thing they've definitely adjusted to, they're not giving up the 3 ball as much.
Cabrera now taking it up for the Red Dragons, guarded by Sikoriak. Bleeptre is now guarding Riley McAvoy. Back to Cabrera, guarded by Sikoriak, top of the key. Hand off to Grunder up top here. Bleeptre guarding out in front on Riley McAvoy. Now over to Kareem Lubin. Lubin back to Grunder. Grunder makes a move baseline. Back out to the 3-point line. Pump fake on the shot. McAvoy, no good. Lubin, uncontested rebound. Ithaca not clearing the glass there.
McAvoy looking like Steph Curry with that shot fake sidestep and putting up the 3.
Absolutely. Cabrera inside to Lubin. Bleeptre guarding. Lubin puts the drop step on him. Great move. Great finish. Kareem Lubin to the line. Cortland up 6, Jack.
Lubin starting to take over. 4 straight points and 1. Looking to make it 5 and expand this lead to 7. Bombers having trouble down low.
Lubin knew what he wanted as soon as he got the ball, Jack.
I think the Bombers should look to make an adjustment, try and get Jack Stern in there, just get a big body down low and disrupt that paint.
And now making his season debut, Aiden Holmes for Ithaca. Great to see him in the game. Second-year player, high expectations.
Bombers going with a very deep rotation tonight, especially without Sinan going a little bit deeper into that bench.
Free throw missed. Geschichter will rebound. Up the court to Sikoriak. Sikoriak guarded by Grunder. Will hand off back to Geschichter. Geschichter pulls up 4-3. Back iron, no good. Grunder strong rebound down low, and he clears for the Red Dragons.
Geschichter with a good open look there. Bombers playing a little bit of motion basketball right there with the handoffs, trying to change up the offense.
Lubin now up top, right past Sikoriak. Lubin runs into a bit of a jam there. Corner, 3 ball, good. That is A.J. Lawton, who just cannot miss today, it seems like. 9-point lead now for the Cortland Red Dragons, Jack. What does Ithaca have to do to stop Lawton?
They just got to put a body on him. Just can't let him go. You can't ledge off to help on the ball because he's getting all the space he needs.
No doubt. For more, we will send it right down to our silent reporter, Max Stanzer. Max?
Thanks, guys. If you didn't even know better, you'd think that A.J. Lawton was an A-lister celebrity. I mean, the amount of energy that his Cortland teammates are showing him after that 3 to conclude the first half or towards the end of the first half, getting a ton of high fives. I mean, he is the heartbeat of this team right now. 18 points so far. He scored 15 or more just 3 times last season. One of those, a 30-point showing where he hit 9 threes against the Bombers on January 4th, and he's trolling together another gem here today. Guys?
92 WICB. Ithaca Bombers against the Cortland Red Dragons. If you're just joining us, 13 minutes, 17 seconds left to go. Cortland up 59-50. It's been a back-and-forth type of game, Jack. Ithaca finds themselves down by 9 here. What do they have to do to close that gap?
A big help would be stopping A.J. Lawton. 6 of 7 from three-point range, 18 points from behind the arc, all of them. So if you can stop him, you can really get back in this game.
Bombers have had trouble stopping the 3 this game. Still have 13 minutes to go. A lot of basketball left to be played. So make sure you're tuned in for the finish.
No doubt about it. Looks like we have some subs for Ithaca going with that second unit completely.
Coach Faree going a little deeper into rotation than we might have thought to start the game, but some guys getting some burn in the second half. Good to see here. Both teams taking the court. It will be Downing taking up the ball for Ithaca, and Cortland going to somewhat of a press here. Downing taking up the ball, runs into a bit of a double team over to Winterston left side.
Downing a little bit risky there, picking up his dribble in the backcourt. Not a smart decision.
Kind of saying my bad on the way down, Jack. Aiden Holmes down the middle. Holmes will be rejected. A.J. Lawton is a force on both ends tonight, Jack.
Lawton's been doing it on the offense, but says, hey, I can make a defensive play too. Stuffs that out of bounds.
Fortunately for Ithaca, they will retain possession here. 13 minutes to go. 9-point Cortland lead. Winterston back to Downing. Gets the inbounds back. Downing pull up is good. Great shot there from Noah Downing, 7-point Cortland lead.
Big shot by the Bombers there. Cortland was going on a nice stretch to expand their lead to 9 points. Ithaca trying to cut back in with that shot from Downing.
Much needed basket there for Ithaca. Now Kareem Lubin with the ball. Over to A.J. Lawton, guarded closely by Geschichter. Lawton will turn and give it back to Riley McAvoy. Riley McAvoy over to the Preston. Preston inside Lubin, great cut. He will throw it down. Statement dunk there for Kareem Lubin, who's having himself a nice night here.
Grunder's gotten great shots down low. He drew the double team and dumped it off to the open man, and it leads to a dunk.
Holmes running point guard duties now for the Bombers. Wennerston has the ball up top, guarded by Lubin. Grunder will be guarding Bleeptre, who takes the three and will hit it. Huge shot there for Bryce Bleeptre. 7-point game.
Shot, and it looked like it was an offensive foul, and it was. Ithaca with a huge momentum switch right there, Lucas.
Absolutely. Noah Downing forcing the turnover. Cortland looking a little bit flustered. 12 minutes to go. 61-55 in favor of the Cortland Red Dragons here.
Let's see if Ithaca looks to be aggressive, either attacking the basket, but I think they're going to try and get another three-pointer with Bleeptre feeling confident after that big shot.
And it seems like, to me, Jack, that second unit for Ithaca has provided them a spark and that energy that might have been lacking before.
No doubt about it. They're only down 6 now when they were down by 9.
Oh, Geschichter.
Make it, no, blew the layup.
He missed the easy one there. He definitely wanted that one back. Wide open for Geschichter. Now Lubin will clear for the Red Dragons going the other way. A little bit of a trip up there. The refs will get a foul on Bryce Bleeptre. Rough sequence there for the Bombers. Missed layup on one end, foul on the other. Cortland will retain possession.
Not a good possession there. Ithaca had a chance to cut it to 4, but they missed the bunny. But now they got to make up for it, and a silly foul. Ithaca had a nice advantage in the fouls, but now it's all evened up at 4 fouls apiece.
And now we will have a timeout on the floor. 11 minutes to go. 61-55, Cortland Red Dragons. Jack, I have to say here, it seems like the pace has gotten a lot quicker coming out of the halftime break. What have you seen from both teams in the second half here?
Well, actually, from Cortland, it's been an interesting adjustment. They lived and died by the 3 in the first half. They've looked to establish it more inside and going down to Grunder, which has led to a lot of success with his easy buckets and eventually led to a dunk, although A.J. Lawton still had some success hitting 2 threes. And on Ithaca's side, they've looked to push the pace a little bit more, going with a little bit more handoffs, trying to get some switches and take advantage of certain matchups.
Yeah, and also, Jack, Austin Grunder has been a little quiet in the second half. What have you seen from Ithaca, and how have they been able to stop him on a consistent basis?
Well, as we saw on that dunk, they're sending the double team to him, but it's leaving an open man. But Grunder is aggressive. He wants to score, so you're going to find some success at certain times.
Absolutely. Both coaches talking over the game plan with their respective teams. And it looks like Coach Fareed will be sticking with his bench guys. Great to see here. Some of the guys getting big minutes here against a huge rival in SUNY Cortland.
No doubt. No doubt. We got to see how we can get back into this.
Tristan Wennerston, Andrew Geschichter looks to break the huddle here. Coach Fareed finalizing what he has to say to his guys. And Jack, something else to note, we haven't seen any of the 4 freshmen here for Ithaca tonight.
No, this is a game where you thought the advantage would be in favor of the Bombers due to all the experience and a little bit of inexperience from Cortland, but so far it's looked like the freshmen can hold their own from Cortland.
Absolutely. Game action just about getting resumed here from Ben Light Gymnasium. Kareem Lubin to inbound for Cortland.
See if they can stop Lubin. He's been having a nice second half so far.
If you're just joining us, just under 12 minutes to go. Cortland up 61-55. We got a great one coming here from Ithaca, New York. A.J. Lawton takes the ball, guarded closely by Aiden Holmes. Now it is McAvoy, gave it to Lubin. Could have been an offensive foul, no call. Wide open, corner 3. McAvoy, no good. Lubin, great spot, great rebound, great putback. Cortland up 63-55, Jack.
Lubin has been everywhere. He's up top, he's down low, he's getting rebounds, he's hitting shots. Having a hard time sticking a body on him.
Seems to be in the right spot at the right time tonight. Wennerston has the ball for the Bombers now. Holmes, guarded by Lubin. Holmes will feed to Wennerston, going baseline. Wennerston is fouled, and Bombers will take the ball out underneath their own basket.
Lubin now with that last made basket at 15 points. Cortland has 3 guys in double figures, Lucas.
Absolutely. Contributions coming from everywhere tonight for the Red Dragons. Downing to inbound to Wennerston. Wennerston will turn. Can't find anything there. Back out to Downing. Good defense here from the Red Dragons. Downing will look to reset. Calls out a play. Wennerston comes up, sets a screen. Downing driving. Downing, great move. Step back. Jay is good. Noah Downing did it himself that time. Got it to go.
Downing playing a nice second half. They've asked the second unit to keep them in this game, and they have so far.
Yep. Isaiah Preston with the ball, now hands off to Riley McAvoy. McAvoy dribbling Andrew Geschichter right in his face, giving him absolutely no room. Bleep Trey guarding up top on Lubin. Tough man to stop tonight. Lubin driving. Corner wide open. McAvoy, 3 balls up. No good. Grunder rebound, but they got a foul going the other way. Bomber basketball.
McAvoy finally human. That's his second missed 3, 0-2 the second half. Looks like one of the shooters is finally starting to cool down for Cortland.
Absolutely, and if Cortland can get their hot streak back, it'll be tough for Ithaca to come back.
Looks like Radovich is going to check back in for the Bombers. He was starting to gain some momentum that second half, but then picked up a silly foul. So let's see if he can get it back.
Yeah, Jack, and the marquee matchup you can see on the block right now. Austin Grunder, Luka Radovich should be a good one. Downing bringing up the ball, guarded closely by Isaiah Preston. Warwick hands back to Downing. Downing looking aggressive. Another pull-up for Noah Downing. That one's no good. Lubin the rebound. He will look to push. Lubin taking it up the court to Grunder. Corner. Looked like he might have taken a shot there. Now it's over with Preston. Preston passes it back out to Cam Williams. No good on the 3, but he is fouled going to the line for 3 shots. That one hurts if you're an Ithaca fan.
Yeah, fouls on Zach Warwick. He's very angry with himself. He knows that was a silly foul, and now Williams will have 3 shots at the line.
Absolutely. Once again, if you're just joining us, just about 10 minutes to go. Cortland up 6, 63-57, looking to extend their advantage with 3 free throws here from Cam Williams. The first one is up, and no good there. Rims out.
Fouls. Not a good situation for Ithaca. Their next foul, Cortland's in the bonus the rest of the way.
Some shaky free throw shooting from both teams a little tonight, but Cam Williams will load up for a second one. That one's good. 64-57 now, and Ithaca will get Logan Wendell back in the game. Bryce Bleeptread to the bench. Productive minutes for Bleeptread tonight.
No doubt about it, and let's see how they're going to get back in this.
And coming back in for Cortland is Humberto Cabrera. Grunder will take a seat.
Grunder's first rest of the game. This could be an opportunity for the Bombers to really close the gap.
Winning the non-Grunder minutes has to be a point of emphasis for Coach Farid.
And also, we said Grunder, Lawton also on the bench, their top shooter and top guy down low. So a big moment of opportunity for Ithaca.
And Williams only goes 1 for 3, tries to get his own rebound, cannot. Foul on the loose ball, going the other way. Bomber basketball.
This is the key moment of the game for Ithaca. As we just mentioned, Lawton, Grunder, both on the bench. Ithaca has their 2 shooters in Wendell and Warwick in the game, as well as Radovich. This is the time to strike, Lucas.
Absolutely, and just like we said, Jack, Grunder and Lawton, that being out at the same time, that won't happen much. Bombers got to capitalize here.
Let's see what they do here. Oh, actually, excuse me, before I mentioned that Cortland was going to be in the bonus. It was actually Ithaca. I read the scoreboard a little bit wrong there. Excuse me for that. Ithaca has the bonus with 10 minutes to go.
Now we will be getting a timeout on the court here, as it's 64-57 with about 10 minutes to go. 64-57 with about 10 minutes to go. Great action here tonight. And Jack, like I said, the real Cortica jug. I don't know if it's tonight. I don't know if it's Saturday. Doesn't matter. We've got great action all night long. What have you seen from Ithaca that's allowed them to kind of get back into this game a little bit here?
I've seen key defense, and it's been a lot of high pressure, and it's got to continue in order to keep this momentum going.
Absolutely. Both teams break the huddle, and play will resume in a second here. It appears that Jack Stern. Never mind. It did look like for a brief moment he was going to take the court, but Jack Stern now sitting back down. Same 5 here for the Bombers.
Big free throws here to cut it to 5. That'll be the closest it's been since the end of the first half.
Wennerston preparing to take his 2, starts his routine. Dribbles twice, goes up for the shot. First on 1 of 2, and good. Now the score moves to 64-58 in favor of the Cortland Red Dragons. Wennerston at the line for 1 more.
See if he can convert.
And he does. 64-59. Got a good close game here. Lubin back to Preston, who will take it up. Guarded closely by Noah Downing, who's really tried to apply that full court pressure all second half.
Bombers need stops. That's the key to this game. They say offense wins games, but defense is truly what matters in tight situations.
Preston now will find McAvoy, 4-3, no good. Front rim, Radovich, great rebound there.
McAvoy's 3rd straight miss from behind the arc, so definitely cooling down.
Great pass from Wennerston to Downing, who was open for a brief moment. Gives it back out to Warwick. Warwick goes in the middle. Wendell to the corner. Warwick finds himself with the ball again to Radovich. Great matchup here with Grunder on the low block. Radovic will turn and can't finish, gets his own rebound. And I believe, do they have a jump ball here, Jack, or a foul? I believe they have a foul.
It looks like
here.
it's going to be a foul. Radovic,
Yes.
some more free throws.
Ithaca finds himself back at the line. Back-to-back trips, the Bombers getting to the free throw line. Point of emphasis here in the second half.
Yeah, getting to the line. 18 fouls on Cortland. They have an opportunity.
And now we will see George Sikoriak and Liam Spellman re-enter. Tristan Wennersten, Noah down and going to the bench. Coach Fareed has to be happy with what those two guys gave him so far.
Grunder and Lawton back in. Ithaca sees an opportunity. They can cut it to 4, which will be the closest it's been since the start of this half.
Front end of a 101 for Radovic. It is up and good. 4-point game now, just about 9.5 minutes to go.
Ithaca can make it a one-possession game if Radovic can convert on this next free throw.
Yes, Radovic will get the ball from the referee now. Radovic going through his routine. Shot to make it a 3-point game, and one possession is good. Cortland will inbound. Grunder to Preston.
Preston's played in spot minutes, but he's contributed nicely for the Dragons. Let's see what he can do here.
Loud chance of defense here from the Ithaca faithful. Grunder to Lawton, who's had the hot end all night long. Lawton over to Preston. Now it's Spellman on McAvoy. Guarded him closely. Radovic, Grunder over to the corner. Lawton again, no back rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Couple players in there, and George Sikoriak comes away with it.
Great hustle by Spellman and Warwick. They both wanted it, but Warwick was the one that ended up with it.
Sikoriak with the ball up top. Gets the screen from Radovic. Looking to run a play here. He'll take it himself. Feed to the corner. Spellman wide open. Front rim. No good. Grunder clears for Cortland.
Good possession right there. That was one of Spellman's best looks on the night, but not able to convert.
Grunder gets it back. Guarded by Warwick. Potential mismatch here. Out to the corner. That is McAvoy for 3. Short. Spellman the rebound. Wendell will now clear.
Wendell looking to push. He's had a nice night,
And
leading with 16.
Coach Fareed telling his guys to push. Logan Wendell does the 2 small celebration and 1 Bombers. 63-64. Wendell looking at the bench saying, I got this right here.
I said 16. I spoke too soon because Logan Wendell heard me. He wanted his stats to improve. He's got 18 with a chance for 19. What an aggressive move, leading the Bombers back into this game.
And with a free throw here, Jack, they could tie up the score. What a turnaround from the half when they enter the second half down 8, excuse me.
Yeah, they took advantage of that opportunity, and now we have a tied ball game.
Great free throw shooting in the second half here from Ithaca. Preston will take it up for the Red Dragons. Guarded closely by Sikoriak. Here comes Preston. A little nice little through the legs move a few times. Red Dragons looking to set a play. Preston guarded by Spellman. And now it is Lawton. Lawton back to Preston. Preston and McAvoy back to Preston. He will load for 3. Wide open. It is good. That's just too much room, Jack.
Big time bucket there by Preston. That was a big momentum shifter. Could that swing this game right now with 8 minutes to go?
Here's Radovic on top, guarded by Grunder, who's back in the game. Lawton guarding Wendell up top. Wendell will try to drive past him. He does. What a move there. Can't finish. Would have been a Kyrie Irving type of move.
Wendell being aggressive, all kinds of confidence right now, going up against 2 defenders and nearly knocking it down.
Grunder will be guarded closely by Warwick, looking to exploit that matchup. Grunder turning, finds Lawton. Great ball movement by the Red Dragons. McAvoy in the corner, back to Lawton, guarded by Wendell. Good defense here from Ithaca so far on this possession.
They're really closing out on those 3-point shooters, Lucas.
Yes, absolutely. That's a wild shot, but he gets it to go. That's Riley McAvoy. Kind of an off-balance, off-kilter shot, but he got it to go.
Looking like that Matt Barnes with that leg kick. That's an old-school move right there. Wendell looking to be aggressive.
Here he is, and gives it back to Warwick, who will look to drive baseline. Pull-up jumper is way off there, and fight for the rebound. Jump ball remains with the Bombers, or excuse me, back to the Red Dragons.
You gotta love the hustle there by Spellman. He's had a quiet night scoring, but he's doing all the little things to try and help Ithaca get back in this game.
And that will be one of William Spellman's biggest roles on this team, is to do the dirty work, get those rebounds. Here is some substitutions. Tristan Wennersten coming back in for Radovic, who will take a quick breather here.
Radovic has had a nice second half. 9 points now, needs 1 more for double figures. You know he's going to matter down the stretch. I think this is a smart substitution. Keep him out of foul trouble a little bit early.
Full court pressure here from the Bombers. They're struggling to get the ball in almost a 5-second call, but they do manage to get it into Preston, who is guarded by Sikoriak.
Got to be careful. You can't commit silly fouls. Also an interesting point to take note of.
Wennersten with the hustle, and that will be Red Dragon basketball. It did appear to go off of Cortland's leg, Jack, but Red Dragon basketball here.
Yeah, Winterston with great defense right there, hustled it. He thought it was off of the Dragon, so he didn't go after the ball, but good defensive play nonetheless.
Coach Waleed Fareed certainly seems to think it was off Cortland as well.
Also, Lucas, something to take note of, Bombers will be in double bonus the rest of the game, so they should really try and be aggressive and get to the basket.
Definitely a point of emphasis, Jack, down the stretch here. Great defense once again. Jack, what have you seen from Ithaca that has really made this full court press work?
I think it's they're playing tight. They're not giving them spaces to pass the ball. You know, Cortland's been pressing the other night, but Cortland's been pressing a lot tonight, and if they've been giving Ithaca the pass. Ithaca's not doing that.
Red Dragon basketball, and they will get it into Lubin, who is guarded full court by Warwick, giving him absolutely no room. Lubin will feed to Preston, and he gets it back.
Lubin may have gotten away with the travel right there.
5 on the shot clock, Jack. Let's see what happens here. 3 seconds. Lubin will kind of lose the ball a little, but he gets it to go. Another broken play goes Cortland's way.
Broken play. Lubin may be able to make up for it. Could have traveled there with that foot sliding, but the refs let it go.
Sikoriak, nice move on the baseline. What a pass to Zach Warwick. Looking like Larry Bird to Dennis Johnson on that one. And Bombers will get back to the line.
Warwick's had a great game so far. 14 points, but none in this second half. Let's see if these free throws can get him going again.
Maybe with these free throws, Warwick will be looking to shoot more offensively and get more into the flow of things. First free throw is up and good off the front rim.
Gets the soft touch right there.
71-65 now, Jack. And we have a substitution. That is Cabrera coming back in for McAvoy. Riley McAvoy, great minutes here for the Red Dragons.
No doubt about it. He's hit some big shots. He's cooled down this second half, but still a threat out there due to his first strong half.
Warwick 2 for 2. If you're just joining us, 6.5 minutes left. Cortland up 71-66 right here from Ben Light Gymnasium. Lubin taking up the ball against Warwick, guarded very closely up top. Lubin still has the ball. Lubin looking for a pass. He will find Lawton up to Cabrera, guarded by Wendell. It's 15 on the shot clock now for the Red Dragons. Grunder will get the ball against Winterston. Great defense from the Bombers so far. Grunder up top, feed inside Cabrera. He will get it to go. A little bit of a breakdown there, Jack.
That was just great ball movement by Cortland. They were waiting for Ithaca to make a mistake. They found the mistake and were able to get an easy layup out of it.
And they capitalize off of it. Warwick will get it back from Spellman, guarded closely by Cabrera. Warwick goes to the middle, tripped up. Oh, actually, Jack, they will get a foul or a travel call here.
Warwick lost his footing there and slipped in the paint. Costly turnover. How will that come back to hurt them?
And Luka Radovic will come back into the game with 5:48 to go. Logan Wendell taking a seat here for Ithaca.
Wendell's played a nice game. He's leading the Bombers with 19. How long will he stay on the bench is the million-dollar question.
Grunder taking point guard duties, now feeds to Cabrera, looking for Preston. He gets it to him. Preston guarded by Sikoriak. Appears Ithaca's going back to the zone here, Jack.
Yeah, it worked well in the second. It worked well at the end of the first half, that 3-2 zone, but they give Lawton an open shot.
No good that time. Grunder, almost an over-the-back call there, no call. Back up to Cabrera, Preston, and the Red Dragons will reset. Preston has the ball up top. Now Grunder guarded by Radovic. The shot is good. Getting a nice bounce there. 75-66 in favor of the Red Dragons. 5 minutes to go.
Cortland's starting to figure out how to beat that zone. They're doing it with the pass, and they get fortunate there with the soft touch.
Sikoriak takes the screen from Radovic, guarded by Grunder. Nice matchup here. Sikoriak loses the ball, can't retain it. Red Dragon basketball.
Bombers are getting a little sloppy, and they're going to take a timeout here.
A little bit sloppy, like you said, Jack. And now we will be sending it down to our sideline reporter, Max Tanzer. Max?
Thanks, guys. Even trailing here, that Bombers bench is still beaming with as much positivity as they can bring here. It's been impressive to see junior Noah Downing step up here as a leader. He was leading the majority of that conversation, telling them that they got to take advantage of Cortland, who's been complaining a lot during this game. They've been able to exploit that, especially here in the second half. Another teammate said, we may be smaller, but we're fast. And I think that quick pace has been a huge piece to them staying in this ball game against the Red Dragons. Guys?
Thank you for that, Max. Great points there. Jack, what do you think Coach Fareed should be telling his team in order to get back into this game the last 5 minutes?
I think it's got to start on the defensive end. They got to start getting some stops. If I'm Coach Fareed, I'm going to start mixing up defense. It seems like they keep switching it up and they get comfortable. They should be going from man-to-man, 3-2, 2-3, try and do everything you can and maybe throw in a little bit of a press.
Yeah, I agree, Jack. Especially with 5 minutes left, down 9, you kind of got thrown a little bit of a press there. And if you're Cortland's coach, what are you telling the guys in order to finish out this game?
From Cortland, I would say keep your composure. You know, don't worry about the stats. Don't worry about the clock. Just keep playing the game. And no matter what they do, just don't commit silly fouls. because the worst thing you want to do is let Ithaca get free points while stopping the clock.
Absolutely. Cortland has cracked the Bombers' code thus far. Let's see what happens in the last 5 minutes. 75-66 in favor of the visiting Cortland Red Dragons. What a matchup here tonight either way.
Let's see what Ithaca can do. Just about 5 minutes to go, down 9.
Austin Grunder to inbound for the Red Dragons. And we'll find Lubin. And like you said, Jack, Bombers going straight to that press out of the timeout. Lawton now with the ball will find Grunder. Red Dragons struggling to get it over a little bit. Lawton will get it over just in time and reset here with Isaiah Preston.
Ithaca with that diamond press right there. Seemed to give him trouble, but they were able to break it.
Good job by Cortland to get the ball up court. And that will be Red Dragon basketball on the deflection by Wennerston.
Lucas, you gotta love the catch by the fan there. Didn't let the ball roll down the fans, but that's not what Ithaca was happy about. They had a chance to get the ball there and weren't able to grab it.
Maybe that could be Coach Reed's pickup for next year. Let's see what happens. Ball in now to Lubin, guarded by Radovich. And Lubin will go straight at him. No good. Fight for the rebound. Geschichter going up the court now. Geschichter, keep eyes wide open. Oh, what a pass to Wennerston. No good. Tip in by Radovich. Great hustle from number 30.
Great effort there by Radovich. He didn't give up on the play and was able to tap it back in on the second chance.
75-68. Bombers still in it. Cabrera guarded by Spellman up top. Loud chance of defense here from in Ben Light. Lubin guarded by Radovich. Going in. Lubin can't find anybody. There might have been a travel. No call. Grunder up top, guarded by Wennerston. Right past him. Downing got to the spot. Grunder goes up. No good. Rebound Radovich. Just under 4 minutes now.
Radovich with 11 points, just under 4 minutes. Let's see if he gets aggressive here.
Everything is tightening up here in Ben Light. Andrew Geschichter will try to attack Lubin. Going to the basket. Geschichter off the glass. That's no good. Going down. Red Dragon basketball. The Bombers cannot find an offensive low, Jack.
Bombers aren't happy with that. It looked like that was off the Cortland Dragons, but they're going to say it's off Spellman. He is not happy about it.
Both teams not too happy with the whistle tonight. 75-68, 3:43 left in the game. Inbounds to Preston for the Red Dragons. Ithaca's still in that press.
Going with that trap press, but they're starting to figure it out.
Lubin will get the ball back from Preston, guarded by Spellman. In the corner to Cabrera. Lubin will get it back, guarded by Spellman. And inside to Grunder, met by Geschichter quickly. Grunder, nice pass up top to Preston. Fake it. Oh, what a fake by Preston and the finish. Jack, you talk about a nice move. Isaiah Preston, we saw one right there.
Preston with a beautiful take right there.
And Downing wasting no time getting to the cup. Fouled on the play. Shot wasn't good. He will go to the line for 2.
That was a good move there by Downing, and this is what the Bombers have to do to try and get back into this game with time running out. Be aggressive, attack the cup, and try and stop the clock and gain points.
Yeah, Jack, like you said, best bet for the Bombers to claw their way back into this game is to get points at the line where the clock is stopped.
See if Downing can convert here. Cut this lead to 7.
Downing first free throw is up and good. 77-69. Some substitutions from the home team. Zach Warwick, Logan Wendell will come in for Andrew Geschichter and Liam Spellman.
See if they're going to go a little bit of offense, defense in here.
Downing going through his motion. Downing up with a shot and off the front rim, no good. Great rebound in traffic from Kareem Lubin. Jack, Lubin has really played a great game on both sides of the ball tonight.
Lubin's been everywhere. Points, defense, rebounds, you name it, he can do it as he looks to attack here.
He is attacking Radovich. Radovich in a nice defensive stance makes Lubin retreat to Preston. Cortland wisely taking some time off the clock. 12 seconds on the shot clock now. Wennerston almost got the steal.
What a behind the back right there.
And Radovich is guarding Lubin on the right side. Lubin will look to attack Radovich. Radovich give him absolutely no space. Lubin goes up for the shot, no good. Rebound Downing. Bombers look to push.
Unbelievable defense there by Radovich. He was not going to let him get past him right there.
Warwick with the ball on the right side. Wennerston, Wendell, swinging to the left. Back to the middle, Wennerston. Bombers looking to get aggressive here. Wennerston goes up with the shot. It is good. Clutch shot there from Tristan Wennerston. That will cut it to a 6-point game, 2:20 to go.
Big time shot, but it's about getting stops. Can the Bombers get a few to get back in this?
Lubin has been the focal point in the second half. He will find Cabrera. Guarded closely by Wendell. Loud chance of defense and a foul.
Coach Fareed can't believe there was a foul there. He is really questioning what happened.
I believe that was on number 1, Logan Wendell, who was very aggressive on that defensive play. 2:12 to go, 21 on the shot clock here for the Red Dragons.
And Lucas, right there, you got to love the leadership by Downing, getting the team together in a huddle and telling them to stay composed.
The entire Bomber bench is on their feet, chanting defense. Here we go, approaching the 2-minute mark. Cabrera back to Lubin. Lubin guarded by Radovic. And back to Cabrera up top. Bombers not giving them much this possession. Wendell, good defensive stance. Grunder, oh, what a play. Austin Grunder. When you need the superstar, you know where to find him. Grunder with a bucket plus the foul.
Cortland staying composed there, not letting the crowd get to them. They're able to get it inside to their main scorer, Grunder, and he's able to convert, plus a foul.
And for Ithaca, that has to hurt, Jack. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. They had done everything they needed to do up until that point. Grunder just found the weak spot.
Look for Ithaca to possibly be aggressive now from behind the three-point line. Down 8, possibly 9. That could possibly have been the dagger.
Let's see what happens. Do the Bombers have one last push in them here on opening night from Ben Light Gymnasium? It's been a great game so far if you're just joining us. 1:50 to go, 79-71, Cortland Red Dragons. Zach Warwick up top, guarded by Austin Grunder. Isaiah Preston. Wendell looking for the foul on the 3. He will get it. Cortland not happy about that one, but Wendell will get 3 free throws.
Wendell with a little bit of a dangerous shot there, but it pays off. He's going to get 3 free throws. These are big shots right now for the Bombers.
Absolutely, and the Bombers need each and every one of these points. Down 8, only 1:44 to go.
Let's see what they can do here. Are they going to make some adjustments? It looked like for a second Downing was going to check back in, and he actually is. Excuse me, I cannot see him as he is sitting down at the scorer's table.
And first free throw for Logan Wendell that goes down. 79-72, your score. And Wendell, second free throw is up and good. Noah Downing re-entering the game here, Jack.
Wendell with some big-time buckets. Looks like Radovic is going to come out. Don't want to pick up some fouls there, but interesting decision here. They're taking out a guy with a lot of size, and he's probably the primary defender against Grunder. Interesting strategy here from Coach Fareed.
Indeed. Wendell's third free throw is up and good. 1:44 to go, 79-74. Great finish coming up here from Ben Light.
Wendell now with 22 with those free throws.
Austin Grunder up the court, breaks Ithaca's press very quickly. Tipped out by Ithaca, and that's going to Cortland.
Ithaca needs a stop here. Down 5 with 1:40. Who is going to step up?
Cortland scores here. It could prove to be the dagger. Let's see what the Bombers can do defensively. Lawton guarded by Warwick. Spellman guarding Lubin. And back up top to Cabrera. Will hand off to Preston, guarded by Warwick. Lawton will come off the curl, 4-3. No good on that one. Lubin going for the rebound. Downing gets the loose ball. Bombers looking to push, 1:20 to go.
Lawton had an open look, not able to convert. Can the Bombers capitalize? Wendell drives
and it is
scores.
Good. 3-point game. Logan Wendell, clutch basket, 1:10 to go. Bombers up 3 in the home opener.
Wendell being aggressive, able to cut it to 3.
Great finish coming up. Zach Warwick on Cabrera. Loud chance of defense. Can the crowd be a factor? Grunder, superstar, guarded by Wennerston. Wennerston will get the block, and the ball goes to Preston. Tough break for the Bombers there.
Good defense. Watch the inside.
Lubin will turn, looking to score. Back out. Great movement. Lawton for 3. Short. Rebound Wendell.
Rebound Wendell. What a play by the Bombers defense. This place is electric, Lucas.
38 seconds to go. Can the Bombers looking to tie? Wendell once again to the basket. 1-point game. 79-78. 34 seconds to go. Cortland inbounds the ball to Preston. Oh my goodness, Jack. This game has just been turned on its head.
30 seconds to go. Wendell's fired up. He's high-fiving the crowd. 26 points on the night now, cutting it to a 1-point game.
And Jack, Logan Wendell was someone we mentioned in the pregame as somebody that Coach Fareed is looking to have a huge role this year. He's proven it here tonight.
You know the saying, Lucas, you either step up or step aside, and tonight Wendell has stepped up.
Tension is running high for these two rivals, Ithaca and SUNY Cortland. And now we will have a timeout on the floor. 30 seconds to go, Jack. 79-78. What a finisher.
And Lucas, you have to wonder if with a game this intense, what is it going to be like this Saturday at Yankee Stadium for the Cortica Jug?
I mean, Jack, if this is the appetizer, Saturday is the full course. So, looking forward to that.
Nice analogy there, my friend. What do you think Ithaca has to do to get a stop here? What matchup do you think they look to exploit?
I think they're going to look to get the ball in anybody's hands except Lubin and Grunder. Lawton's been a little colder here in the second half, Jack, and I think that if they can force the ball out of the hands of the two hot hands in the second half, which has been Luton and Grunder, they should be successful defensively.
Wonder what they're going to do. I don't think it's a horrible idea to maybe try going to Jack Stern in this spot, give a little bit of trouble to the inbounder, putting the 6'7" body out there.
Definitely makes a lot of sense. Coach Fareed for Ithaca talking over the adjustments and Coach Spanbauer talking it over with his Red Dragons. If you're a Bomber fan or a Red Dragon fan, you have to be just super excited with how your team looks on opening night. You know, only one team's going to walk out of here with the win, but great action from Ben Light Gymnasium here.
Another argument you can make in this situation, do the Bombers go for the quick steal and then possible foul? Only down one, they can only get 2 free throws, and you guarantee you get a chance to tie the game.
See how Coach Fareed decides to play this. Only 30 seconds on the clock. It has been really a story of 2 halves. Cortland entered the second half up 8. Ithaca clawed all the way back, and now they find themselves down 1.
Cortland, this is a big out of bounds play. Who's going to take it?
Crowd rising to its feet. The 5 for Ithaca is Tristan Wennerston, George Sikoriak, Noah Downing, Logan Wendell, and Liam Spellman. For Cortland, AJ Lawton, Kareem Lubin, Isaiah Preston, Austin Grunder,
the crowd
and Cabrera.
is on their feet. They get it in quick. They go for the double.
Grunder finds Cabrera. Bombers pressuring. Preston up the court. Lawton, great job by the Red Dragons to break the press. Downing almost had a steal.
A near turnover right there. Looked like the Bombers were trying to foul initially after that double team did not work.
Downing almost rewarded for his hustle. Loud chance of defense here inside of Ben Light. 21.4 to go, 18 on the shot clock. Let's see how Coach Reed tells the guys to play this.
Williams going to bring pressure.
Grunder will inbound to Lubin. Foul by Wennerston. Almost a jump ball situation, a little overzealous.
Oh, that could go down to be a controversial call right there. Bombers going for a quick double team and a quick foul call by the ref.
And now the man who has been responsible for Cortland's offense most of the second half, Kareem Lubin, steps to the line for the 2 biggest free throws of the night.
Lubin has missed free throws in this game. Bombers bringing back Radovic for the rebounding purposes.
And now certainly tough free throws for Lubin. Timeout first though.
Crowd on its feet. Huge free throws coming up. Lucas, one thing we got to talk about, though, is Logan Wendell. What a performance tonight. 26 points.
Absolutely, Jack. And what's really interesting about his performance is most of his points, at least in the second half, have come in the paint. Logan Wendell, known as a shooter traditionally, but slicing to the cup, getting his money there tonight.
It really comes down to a question. You got to box out. You got to box out here. You got to get that rebound. That's the most important thing that could happen right now.
Absolutely. Securing that rebound could be the difference between the win and the loss for either team. So you're looking at 20.4 seconds remaining, 79 points for the Cortland Red Dragons and 78 for the Ithaca Bombers. Tight matchup between the 2 heated rivals. First of 2 games between the schools this week. Other one obviously being at Yankee Stadium this Saturday.
The big thing to watch here is maybe some of the inexperience from some of these young players on Cortland. We'll see how that plays a factor or not.
Kareem Lubin in his 3rd year, a junior, and will take set to take the 2 biggest free throws of the night.
Lubin is 3 of 5 from the line tonight and 17 points for the game. The crowd is loud and booing.
Lubin going up for the first one. The shot is up and good.
Big time bucket there from Lubin.
Calm the nerves down, knock down the shot. 20.4 on the clock, 2-point game. Even if he makes this shot, Jack, the Bombers will have a chance to tie the game on a 3.
That's indeed true. Do they go to Wendell, Warwick, Radovic? They have plenty of options.
Lubin's second shot is up and good. Now, Jack, if you're Cortland here, do you intentionally foul to not let the 3-point shooter get off?
I think you do in this situation. Make the Bombers have it come down to chance at the free throw line. If Cortland believes they have the free throw shooters to do it, you may as well foul.
It's certainly a very interesting decision coming up from Cortland coach Tom Spanbauer. Either way, it will be Ithaca ball. 20.4 left on the game clock, down by 3. And this has a chance to be one of the most early season moments for the Bombers, kind of just to get their confidence going, Jack. And what would a win mean here tonight for them?
A win for the Bombers would mean a great start to the season, trying to build off last season. You never want to start your season off with a loss. It looks like Max Tander has something for us on the sideline. Let's send it down to him.
Thanks, guys. Quick note as we get into the final 20 seconds of this game. The message on the Bombers bench was, we've done this before. We just practiced this in the scrimmage. This is our game. This is our time right here. Let's see if they can execute. Guys?
Thank you, Max. And we'll be seeing if the Bombers can get that game time 3 or 2-point basket here. So 20.4 on the clock.
From the Bombers, interesting strategy. Do you go for the 3 or do you take what the defense gives you and hope for either a steal or some missed free throws?
And Jack, something else to note here. if Ithaca is fouled on a three-point shot, that will result in 3 free throws. So Cortland has to be careful not to foul on a shooter going up for a shot.
Bombers have to go the full court.
And it will be Wennerston inbounding, Cortland going to a press here.
Looks for Logan Wendell starting at half court. He's had the hot hand, leading scorer for the Bombers with 26.
Let's see what Coach Freed has drawn up out of the timeout. It doesn't appear that Cortland's going to foul early on. Wennerston has the ball guarded by Lubin. Wennerston going in. Wennerston will take the 2. 13.6 to go. Ithaca down 1.
Grunder left open.
Grunder,
foul quick,
they
do.
Give it back to Lubin, who just made 2 clutch free throws, and the Bombers send him right back to the line.
Keeping the pressure on Lubin. Crowd is hype, trying to get in his head. Lubin's going to walk slowly with the ball in his hands, trying to keep his emotions steady.
And Jack, if you're Kareem Lubin right now, this walk from free throw line to free throw line happened to me many times as my growing up. It is tough, especially when you're in an away arena, in a crowd like this at Ben Light. Tough to focus and make 2 free throws, but he just did it before.
5 of 7 tonight at the line. Had ice water before. Does he have it again?
Lubin, 3rd in a row. Clutch free throw shooting from the Red Dragons. Still up by 2, 11.4 left.
6 of 8 now from Lubin on the night, with the next point should give him 21.
Biggest free throw of the night for either side coming up right now. Lubin to make it a 3-point game. The shot is up and short off the front rim. Rebound Warwick. Bombers will have a chance to tie or win the game. Warwick behind the back on Lubin. Warwick going up and timeout Bombers. 6 seconds to go. Cortland up 82-80. Stay tuned right here for the finish between these 2 rivals, Ithaca and Cortland, Jack.
Bombers there, got lucky. They got that free throw miss. Able to get the rebound. They push it up court. They will take it side out. Now the only question, do they go for the tie or do you go for the win?
Great point right there, Jack. Big decision here from Coach Fareed. Do you go for the 3 ball here or you just try to take it to the rim, maybe get a foul call?
It looks like they're going to put Spellman back in the game. He is known to be a 3-point shooter, shot over 40% on the season from last year. Looks like the lineup's going to be Spellman, Warwick, Wendell, Radovich, and Sikoriak.
Don't count out Logan Wendell as somebody to get the ball back, either in an inbound scenario or off a curl. He has been effective tonight.
Lucas, I do think, though, the main option to go to here is your go-to guy in Luka Radovich. Growing up in Cresskill, I played high school at Saddle Verde basketball. Luka and I had plenty of head-to-head matchups, and he's broke my team's heart many a times.
Can it be a storybook ending for Ithaca? Will it be a win for the heated rival Cortland Red Dragons? 6 seconds to go. We will get that answer shortly here. Both teams breaking their huddle.
Let's see who's going to take the ball out. You know the saying, the most dangerous man is the guy taking the ball out of bounds.
That is true. Very consequential 6 seconds coming up from Ben Light Gymnasium. Crowd on its feet, clapping.
It looks like Warwick's going to take it out. He has 4 3-pointers on the night.
And Jack, like you said, look for Warwick to be someone who gets the ball back. Ref will hand him the ball. Last chance here for Ithaca to tie or win the game. Warwick will get in. Oh, what a play call. Wendell passes up on the 3. Step back jumper. No good. Ball out of bounds to Cortland. 7/10 of a second. Tough break there for Ithaca. That will likely end it in favor of the Red Dragons. Wendell had a good shot there, though, Jack.
Ithaca got an open look. Wendell's had the hot hand. He had an open shot, just not able to knock it down.
Close call on that out of bounds goes in the favor of the Red Dragons. Timeout Cortland. 0.7 to go. 82-80. Jack, it really has been such a good, close game. What have you seen from both schools that have made it such an intense game tonight?
What I've seen, though, you always say the thing, you can't measure talent. The real thing is you can't measure heart. Cortland showing a great will to stay above in this game. They never wavered. They kept the lead pretty much the entire second half, and you got to give Ithaca some credit. They never gave up, down 9 points with just under 5 minutes to go. They cut it to a 2-point game.
And Jack, even if the Bombers end up coming up short tonight, or even if the Bombers come up short tonight, you got to credit the effort. They were down, they were out, they fought right back into it, gave themselves a chance. Logan Wendell, that's a shot he's been hitting, just couldn't get to go that time.
A tough shot, and this is a good thing for the Bombers. Obviously, you're never happy with a loss, but at the same time, the saying goes, you learn more from failure rather than victory.
Still 7/10 to go. Let's see what the Red Dragons have drawn up here. Up by 2, and the 5 for the Bombers is going to be Logan Wendell, Tristan Wennerston, George Sikoriak III, Zach Warwick, and Liam Spellman.
See if the Bombers are able to foul quick enough. If anything, they're gonna have to pray for a miss on the first, a make on the second, and then a full court heave.
And Jack, the key for Ithaca here is fouling right away. Only 7/10 left. They're not going to have much time. They've got to foul as soon as the ball's inbounded.
The best thing that could happen for them is a 5-second violation, but that could be very tough. Grunder taking the ball out. He has size and could see over the defender.
Fareed yelling out instructions to the Bombers. 7/10 left, Grunder to inbound, 82-80. And a little bit of confusion here. Ref explaining something to Wendell and Lubin. And seems to be sorted out. Grunder has the ball now. Inbounds, and Cortland will win the game, 82-80. What a game here from Ben Light. Austin Grunder talking to the fans a little bit, but great performance from Kareem Lubin and AJ Lawton to seal out the win.